You got it over there.
Now we're flying through the stars. I hope this night lasts forever. Ain't nobody loves me
I've never heard
better.
that song before.
Makes me happy. Makes me feel this way. Ain't nobody loves me better.
Welcome everyone to Wasted with Wize, episode 76. Ain't nobody. I thought that would be a good song to introduce Death Stranding 2, because you're alone, right? Most of the time, so ain't nobody.
Oh, that's fucked up. I didn't know where you was going with that. Okay.
But it makes sense. Yeah.
I'm gonna say this for
You
the
know,
record.
you got
I will
the
not
baby,
be
don't you?
buying that game.
You're not alone. You got BB. BB's with you at all times. That counts, right?
Oh shit! Fucking Metroid's on time. Fuck Metroid.
Do y'all even know? Do you youngins even know that song and who sang it?
Of course
I
I do.
don't know the
I
singer,
don't remember
but
the
I know
name.
song. Yeah,
Oh,
I have parents that are up in age who
Get
plays
the
it at
fuck-
the
you-
family gatherings.
you have parents?
Yeah.
That doesn't meet the black people quota. Yeah, I'm about to get banned for that.
No, but
This
okay.
is
So who's a okay? Do you know? Of course, or Lemon, you must know who is the singer. Very famous singer.
Is it Aretha Franklin? I don't know.
Do you know the singer? Lemon is
Yeah,
piping up. Huh?
Trying to say I'm smoking crack? I say a black joke. Now I'm a crackhead.
Well,
I forgot
now
her
that
name.
you mentioned it, well, like you said.
No, it was
Okay, who
Aretha.
sings it? Does anyone know who sings this song?
I do, but I can't think of the name right now. But I do know.
I'll give y'all a clue.
The
Go ahead.
lady.
You know Triple?
I know. I don't know. I'm just gonna throw one out, and I'm probably gonna have my black heart revoked.
Did she just die?
No.
Oh shit! The only famous people I know is Aretha Franklin and what's her name? That
Come on, you're not black. Shut his mic off.
shit. No, I literally said I was gonna lose my black
Who the
heart. I
fuck
don't
is
know.
Michael Jackson and Prince? I know you know them, motherfucker.
Michael Jackson,
Well, I'll give you a
Everybody
clue. It's
knows
not
him.
either Michael
The
Jackson or
Jeezy
Prince.
the hee guy. No, I'm stopping.
No, it's not Michael Jackson. It's not the
No, he
pedophile.
asked me who's Michael Jackson. I was like, that's the hee guy, right?
Yeah, he's the pedophile.
I'm gonna
Well,
fucking whoa, watch your mouth. That shit'll get you killed.
Michael Jackson?
You call him a pedophile? He's not all
He was at Neverland. Didn't you see him Finding Neverland or whatever that show was on Netflix?
Listen, did you see when he died and the two guys came out and said my parents is trying to extort him and they told us to say that?
No,
Yeah.
that was a thing.
yeah.
The last time I saw was that Netflix
Yeah.
show, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah,
well, I
no.
guess he
You
was.
can't do document now. He wasn't. Michael, no. That is definitely
see.
false shit. He's not.
Okay, so Prince was died because of oxycodone, right?
They both died from fucking medical shit.
No,
Like the
he
Dr.
died
B,
because the
good
doctor overdosed him. No. Michael Jackson died because
But-
the doctor overdosed him, right?
With propofol. You don't
Yeah.
fucking, that's the shit they give you to put you to sleep to go to fucking surgery. You don't
That's
give
true, but
nobody
the
that
doctor
shit.
and who he come to find out, I think he wasn't even the doctor. He wasn't even a licensed doctor.
No,
the guy
no.
who he had under treatment or something. He
His
claimed
license
to be
was
like a cardiac
suspended.
surgeon or something, but he
His
wasn't.
license was suspended. First of all, let me explain to you real quick. November 2023, I collapsed at my job going home from work.
Mhm.
A stomach pain. It felt like it was worse than when I got shot. Dropped me on the panel coming home from work.
You had a hernia ruptured or something? or
No,
what?
my intestine ruptured. It happened because of Motrin. Taking it in the
Ultran.
morning, Motrin. Because you know how
Oh,
I went back.
Motrin. I thought you
Yeah,
had Ultran.
800 milligrams of Motrin. You pop it, the big ass horse pills, and you're supposed to eat it with food. My dumb ass was popping at 5 in the morning every day because I had knee surgery. Not a problem. So when that happened, I was in the hospital and they was giving me Oxycontin,
Mm-hmm.
5 milligrams. The highest they gave me was 10. It did nothing. The pain was still there, but my tolerance for pain was high. Even the doctor said, I don't even know why you're not crying because it has to be killing you. I said, it is, but fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I'm going to give you something, but the second dose of this will be half. And it's a liquid form. He gave me some type of morphine. I know why people get on dope after taking that shit. I'm telling you now, I experienced it for myself for the first time in my life. never did drugs. I never smoked weed in my life. I'm telling you, when they have these movie stars, they give them the good shit
from the beginning.
Unconditionally. The doctor told me the first time I get it to you, the second dose will be half. So if you ask for it, it's going to be cut in half. And I did ask for it. But
no, I
felt great. I felt great.
I bet you did. I bet you fucking
I felt
did.
great. Yes. I can see why people do dope. Not cocaine, dope. That's dope. It's a form of dope. It's two different stuff.
You know about my health situations, right? That I went through. They gave me hydrocodone, 5 milligrams. And I had the same fucking experience. Like the first couple of days I took it, it worked. And then it stopped fucking working.
Then it stopped working.
But but the body wanted it still.
Yep.
But
you need a higher dose.
Yeah, it wanted a higher dose, but it didn't affect you like the first pills did, right? And I'm like, well, no, I'm just gonna deal with this motherfucking pain. I was going through my Roadhouse season then. You remember Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze? He used to say, "Pain."
I love
pain don't hurt.
and what's that dancing movie?
Dirty Dancing.
And Ghost. Great guy. But great guy. He had a saying in Roadhouse, "Pain don't hurt," and that's when I said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go do Roadhouse." So. But I'm smoking a Factory Smokes, bro. Factory Smokes. Let me see if you can see that. I gotta get it not to zoom on my face. Factory Smokes by what's the main company? Can't think of it. Factory Smokes. I'm sorry.
Who in the Captain Stark Protocol? Okay, Captain Stark Protocol. He's one of our guests.
Lemon Nemesis. What? I don't even. Who the fuck is that?
A guy who doesn't come on often, but I got to introduce him with the right way. Okay, Captain.
With a name like that, he don't
Captain
come at
Stark
all.
Protocol. I know we're going out of order. We normally do our panelists first, then our guests, but we're gonna have to do it because we're gonna have to know who you are in the real, as we know you. But here's your introduction. You ready? Are you ready, Captain? Captain, my captain. You ready? Here you go. Here's yours.
Oh shit. I want people in to know. Wize old game is wearing a Hindu suit. He's really black underneath that. He's a little black guy.
And who the hell eats mustard on pizza?
Did you find out who he is?
That's clowns?
Yes.
Who the hell is that guy? I never heard of him in my life.
Yo.
Shit, what are you talking about?
Yo, listen, keep talking. When I get that room in packs, motherfucker, you're going to be sleeping in the bathroom.
I'll pee on the floor.
And you're sleeping it.
I'll poop in your bed.
Apparently, with all this pee conversation, I thought it was clowns, but apparently it's R. Kelly. Welcome, R. Kelly.
Well,
welcome to the show, pedophile.
Usher. Sometimes they go by Usher.
Usher was
Frank,
the victim. Usher was the victim.
Tupac.
Tupac.
Sometimes I'm like Tupac, man.
Who shot you?
I can sing California Love and bring that man back to earth.
No, you're gonna make him turn over in his grave, please.
California Love.
Oh God.
Yeah. Let's get with it. Come on, give me the beat.
Hold on.
California
Okay, I'm gonna give you a beat. I'm gonna give you the beat right now.
California Love.
It should be California knows how to party.
Ooh, there you
California knows how to party.
You see, that's
in the city.
He's a black dude. He's black. He's a Hindu black motherfucker. I keep telling you. You don't got yo. First of all, there's a lot of black mixed with Italian, and you have no black in you.
He's a pure Italian. He's about as pure. He's about as white as you can get. Any more whiter, he'd be cocaine.
His mother is cool. His mother's cooler than him. Fuck clowns.
But is his mother whiter than him?
Who is that guy? I never seen him in my life.
Clowns, my man, how you been doing, boss? How's life been treating you? What you been doing? What you been playing, boss?
With his balls.
Other than your balls, what else have you been playing with?
Wow.
The neighbor's wife.
The neighbor's wife's
my
is
goodness.
with her balls as well. I did not know his neighbors were like that.
Get it roasted.
You came in here with the bullshit, and you ain't called me in a minute. So fuck you, clowns. Fuck you.
I was waiting on your call.
Fuck out of here.
I was waiting on your call.
It's my birthday, bitch. You called me.
What? Oh, that was the post on Twitter with you in the Cadillac.
Yo, I'm going to get my gun. I'm about to shoot me an Italian. I'm gonna shoot the shit out of you.
You know, it's been officially voted that Italy has the best food in the world. I disagree.
I mean, no, you can't disagree. It does. It definitely does. It's better than
how can it be the?
It's better than all the food in New York City as well. Like
Fuck
you know,
you.
Get the fuck out of here.
The fuck out of here.
Except for the glizzies with the mustard.
You
Other
love
than
glizzies. You love that.
No,
You like to slide your tongue across all glizzies with mustard on it.
We need a We need a shirt for the show of Lemon eating a glizzy with mustard.
No, we need no. You need to eat a glizzy with white ketchup.
No. You know what I want? What I want to do is
You froze, Wize. You froze.
Oh,
we hear you, but you froze.
Yeah, what I want to do is I want to requisite call Graphic God, and what I want him to do is make another avatar for Lemon with a pizza holding down and it dripping down, and he has mustard going down.
Be like, you like that? You know, I got an icon with pineapple Paul. It's me going like this, holding a pineapple, and Paul's face is in the pineapple. It's called Pineapple Paul. Pineapple Paul. I haven't used that shit in a long time because he was like, I don't need pineapple pizza. Shout out to Graphic God with the talent.
Apple?
Pineapple.
Yeah. Apple.
Pineapple Paul.
Pineapple.
I should send that shit to you. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find it on my computer.
Hold on, I gotta say something. Go
ahead.
So it is Lemon's birthday.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Shit. I don't know that.
I want to say. So he didn't wish you happy birthday either. So don't get mad at me.
I didn't know.
Yes, I did. Matter of fact, motherfucker, since you want to be fucking petty, I wish your fucking wife happy birthday.
Me? When did you talk to my wife?
No, not your wife. I'm talking about him. He knows what I'm talking about. I'm talking to Carlo.
Oh, okay. I thought my wife was switching boyfriends again. I'm like, shit. I just got used to this one. Don't break up a happy home, Lemon. Don't break up a happy home.
Yo, Cali Rex, I'm sorry.
You're good.
Triple's used to this shit. Fucking, yo, I love this show because of this fucking little motherfucker, man. Fucking guy.
Well, happy birthday. I wish you all the happy hot dogs that you can eat with mustard on pizza and some anchovies and calamari and mushrooms and everything on top of that you could think of.
Thank you, Metroid. And you know what's crazy? I announced last week that I'll be sharing my birthday stream starting with Wize Old Gaming Show before I even do my own show tomorrow. Damn, Wize, you ain't shit, yo.
What did
I told you.
Quick, Kelly Rex, wish him a happy birthday.
He did.
Okay, happy birthday.
All right, Lemon. So that controller is yours.
What?
That's your birthday present. It won't come in until April 12th, though.
I'll probably be dead.
By April 12th? Really?
Jesus.
What is there something that we don't know about?
My fucking days are numbered.
Wow.
Yeah, but that's like enough to count on two hands and 2 feet. That's like
wow.
Isn't it like
but I gotta go eat dinner, but I want to come on wish Lemon happy birthday.
Thank you, bro.
And do the whole Lemon's Nemesis thing. I'll try to come back, Wize, but I got to eat Zaxby's because it's real good chicken food. It's healthy for you.
Bro, I had Zaxby's last week. It slaps.
Oh yeah.
Yo, Triple. You didn't know who the Black Singers was. We don't care what you're doing.
Shannon.
But Carlo, we go
to Shannon.
But Carlo, we go till 9 anyway, so you know that. So if you
Carlo, come
hop
back.
in. Yeah.
It ain't hard for you to eat a little bit of sauce with one fucking noodle. You be all right.
Wow.
No, but
Wow.
actually, to be honest with you, I need to come down there in Florida. We need to go to a nice Italian restaurant because up here, like Italian food is just like Alfredo this
They
and
You don't even
this.
have Italians where you at. What the fuck are you talking
Listen,
about? All
Wize,
the
there
foods
is-
are imposters.
I mean, if you want
Listen,
Italian
Wize-
food, go to
Yes.
New York.
Yeah, Florida doesn't have good Italian food.
No,
maybe
they don't
one,
have good New York pizza either. They be like, we got New York pizza.
maybe
Motherfucker, that's not New York.
one good restaurant in Tampa, and that's like an anomaly. But yeah, like New York City, Chicago, Philadelphia is gonna have all the best.
Right.
Las Vegas even got some good ones. I hear California's got some good ones.
I just don't like Las Vegas food. I mean, it's good. I'm not going to sit here and fucking lie to you and say the food is bad in any fucking way. But the problem with Las Vegas food is massively over fucking priced.
It's
You're in
because you guys
fucking
have
Vegas.
expensive
What
ass
you
restaurants.
expect? What the fuck?
Vegas.
Any
Yo,
other place you pay about $30,
Yo,
$40 for a
these
decent steak,
have-
you're paying like $100 for just a decent steak in
Listen,
Vegas.
they had-
Vegas is an amusement park that's just
Oh
a city.
shit! This motherfucker done rolled up in a silent
Yo,
wheelchair.
yo, listen,
Fucking
listen.
ninja smoke
that-
bomb that shit.
That guy, if he grew a beard, that would be Dreadpool.
Yes,
Dreadpool
that's
2.0.
Dreadpool with a Caesar on his chin. Fang.
Oh, I got it. Can somebody screenshot this and send it to Dreadpool real quick?
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Can you do that? Can you do that? All right. All right,
There's
I'll
some
be back.
holes in this house. There's some holes in this house.
I got that song actually. Got that.
Look. This motherfucker is DJ Khaled. We the best.
Actually, the better song for
Wasn't
him.
done dancing.
No. The better song for Supa, since he's got that backdrop. Here we go. Ready, Supa? This is for you because of your backdrop. Ready? Go.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Fuck this.
Your booty
Fuck
right
this.
here.
First of all, I'm gonna say this. Supernova came on my channel and mad comments. Dudes was like, "Yo, the Chupacabra King, he's a cool guy." They were saying that in my chats, right? I thought that was awesome.
That was
Now
a
I'm-
good show. That was a very
But
good show. I was
now
tuned in.
I'm gonna get to this. You can't be drinking water in this stream, motherfucker. What happens when you got a pee pee?
You don't know. You don't know.
Yo.
Supa's rocking a catheter. You know.
You know what's crazy? When I got shot the last time, they put a catheter in me, right?
They put a catheter. In. Why? Oh, because of that other incident that you.
I
said
got
happened.
shot in my chest, so they put a catheter in me, and I didn't know after surgery. I didn't know that I had a catheter in me. So
Really? You did not know you had a catheter in you.
nah. So
How do you?
I didn't know. Listen, because I didn't feel it. I swear to God, I didn't know I had a catheter.
You didn't touch your testicles and see a tube
No.
coming out of it.
No, but
He's
that's
gonna
what
be on So
happened.
many drugs and shit when that happens. You know, he's not gonna feel shit or realize shit.
But look at this. The next day, the nurse came in. She was sexy as fuck too. Boy, I love when she washed my balls. It was amazing. But I
I think I
said,
need to bleach my ears out.
yeah, look. She said, I said to her, why
That
haven't
was the
peed?
one.
Why did yeah, shut your ass up, Triple. I said, why I haven't peed yet?
She's like, motherfucker, you've been
I
peeing
said,
all
I
day.
said, I have no urge to pee. He says, you have a catheter. I said, I do.
Yeah, when you're in the hospital,
know-
it's called a Foley cath. It stays in. I don't have a Foley cath. I self cath every 4 hours.
He masturbates during stream. Y'all heard it live.
Bro, I wouldn't be able to feel that shit.
Yo, I was
Yeah.
like, oh, this is not bad. Okay.
I mean, like, just be careful when they pull that bitch out. Because, like, I remember one time this nurse.
That ain't bother me either. But
Well,
Get
if
the
they
fuck
don't
out.
there's a balloon
didn't
they
bother me.
inflate so it doesn't
Yes.
come out. So if they don't deflate
Right.
the balloon, they fill it with saline. If they don't deflate it enough, it could be uncomfortable for people.
And if
And
they
if
don't
they
deflate it
inflate it
before
too
they pull it
much,
out,
if
it's going to
they-
hurt like a bitch.
And
Oh,
if
they're
you
coming out.
inflate it too much, it'll fucking kill you.
Exactly.
I saw Reacher season 2, motherfucker.
No. What
Remember
happened
that
was
shit?
I was in the
You
hospital.
saw that shit?
And this nurse who was actually a nursing student, and she was fine as hell. I was like mid-20s. I was like in my 40s. And she came in, oh my God, fucking everything. Like, looked like one of those nurses out of the penthouse,
And
not
what
the
did you
penthouse
say?
forums.
I don't have enough dick for that.
Shit. But she came in to pull out my catheter, and she just yanked it like this without deflating it. And I was like, bitch.
She's supposed to deflate it.
She didn't.
It looked like when the dog runs
So you know what?
on the leash.
No. What she did is she tried to give you a Dominican. She tried to give you a Dominican dick lift. She tried to make it bigger.
She was
Like,
giving
go,
almost
go, gadget dick.
She was about to give me a Honduran dick rip. Fucking Dominican dick lip. Honduran
like,
dick
you
rip is going to be up.
Fucking bitch.
And she's like, what did you call me? I said, you fucking bitch. And she's like,
She's supposed to deflate it.
and then she's like, oh, I'm sorry. You in pain? I'm like, you think?
You know what, chat? This is Dickology 101. Welcome.
I mean, I know you don't have one of these guys. I mean, you have an innie, not an outie, but these outies are, pull it the wrong way.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. It was like, and it was a shame.
Damn.
She was fine as hell. I was like, okay, well,
But she was incompetent. She could have fucking really fucked you over.
Oh fuck yeah, she
Yeah,
was
no,
totally
you could have
incompetent.
been hurt bad.
He said, I'm going to pull out your catheter so you can't piss, and I'm going to give you a vasectomy all at the same time.
She's like, I'm gonna go predator on your dick and rip your spine out.
Yeah,
So X-Men, get your punk ass in here, you old bastard.
Yeah,
and I
that's
put
what
the
I'm talking
topics up
about.
with some links. You better know what you're doing tomorrow, yeah? Birthday stream.
Oh, when the fuck did the time change?
What the
What the fuck you been at the last
When do
6
they?
days?
No. For Sir X-Men, it's like, when do they start changing the fucking time? When
They
was
don't
that a
change
thing?
it. They don't have clocks in the old folks' home because they don't know. They don't want them to know when they're going to die.
Unlike you motherfucking troglodytes out here in Arizona, we got rid of fucking daylight savings time.
Shit, you
This
guys did it right.
motherfucker said troglodytes. I don't even know what it means, but that shit sounds classic. Wow, wow.
All right, let's go with the intros. Lemon, my man, how's your week been going? What you been doing? What you been playing, boss?
Call of Duty. A lot of Call of Duty. Trying to beat the season pass. Been playing Avowed on the go on my Asus ROG Ally. Hey, not the Xbox handheld. Oh, my bad.
Not the X. Go.
Yeah, that's what I've been playing this week, man. I've really been celebrating my birthday since Wednesday, and I'm officially on vacation. Bitch.
How
Gonna have
long?
a good time.
How long?
I only took a week because I got 6 weeks vacation. So I got PAX East, which Clowns just left. We're gonna do that in Boston, and then that's the beginning of May. In the beginning of June, I got the Xbox event, the Jeff Keighley event, the IGN Live event, and after that, then I'm going on a regular vacation outside of video gaming and going to Essence Festival, and I'll be chilling with Scrub Nurse in New Orleans, and he'll be with us in Boston in Scrub Nurse.
So that's next weekend, right?
That is those vacations I mentioned after my vacation this week. Is May, June, and July, 3 back to back.
So okay. Is there any shows that are happening in the summer?
That's what I just said to you.
No. Like what is the exact dates of that show?
Well, it'll be the week of the 6th in June, the first week,
Okay.
through the 12th. Let me say this too. Let me shout out my brother King David, man. Called me twice for my birthday. I was busy. I was at work. I was doing things. Let me tell you something about this black 6'5" motherfucker.
Go ahead.
Yo, Len, what's up with the Japanese? What's up, man? We doing a documentary. You with us? I said, fuck. Because anything happens on 108 Dragons is sponsored by Prometheus. I don't have the following to say, hey, I'm going to start a GoFundMe Japan. Anything that's... Listen, I've been to Japan twice. I told my brothers I don't want to go because I've been out of work for 3 years. Yes, I do make a lot of money at my job, but I need to put $130,000 to $140,000 back in my bank account because when I was in COVID, you know, my club, my mortgage, I had to pay for all that shit out of pocket, which I could afford. It's okay, but it's time to put it back. So Japan kind of not in my budget for like a $4,000 to $5,000 trip, and I'm doing 3 trips before they even reach Tokyo, and I'm helping other people financially. So,
what is going on in Tokyo that they're all meeting up for? Is it?
I can't do that live.
No, you can't say it. Okay.
They're going to Tokyo. There's a couple of things planned. You know, always major moves. My brother's always doing something. But I can't divulge their plans. I know what they are, but I can't say it live.
Oh, okay, cool. No problem. I understand.
I just know it's about a week stay, and it's about $5,000. And
Tokyo ain't cheap. Like the food, there is very fucking pricey.
Well, I eat a lot of sushi, so I'll feel, I'm ready. I just don't like shit squirming on my plate.
7-Eleven, get the rice balls, and there you go.
You like rice balls, don't you?
Well, I mean, no.
Oh, they were pretty good. I stayed with a family that made some for me, and that shit was good.
Oh, you've been to Japan?
Yeah, I've been once, like maybe.
Nice. That's an experience I think people need to get, man. Especially if you're a video game person or you're a tech person. I was in electronic heaven. Every day I had to change my underwears like twice. I need to wear Depends.
The Shibuya district was phenomenal.
Yes,
like
phenomenal.
You would find some rare ass shit in that motherfucker.
Yes. I bought a Godzilla back then in the 90s. The shit was like $600 then. It's in my basement right now. I had it fucking shipped to me. Cost me like fucking $400 to ship to myself.
This was back in the NES era. I remember this vividly that we had gone on vacation with my parents, and this was my first time in Tokyo, and we went to that district. And remember back in the days, those cartridges, those NES old school cartridges, you know, ones like you blew in, right? You love
that part though.
Oh yeah, of course. I was an expert at that already. But anyhow, so they had 50 in one, even then 30 in one. Like they had like 30 games on that cartridge, and I didn't even know that was a thing because I mean, US we don't have that. We only had one game on per cartridge. But there they had like all like Clue Land, Balloon Fight, Excite Bike, Super Mario Brothers 2 and 3, all of it.
But you know what I did learn in Japan when I came back to the United States? I said, yo, it's illegal to trade in games. Motherfuckers was like, man, shut the fuck up. You play too much. I said, I'm telling you, you are not allowed to trade games in Japan at that time. I don't know if it changed, but
what do you mean to trade? You can sell it, but you can't trade it.
No, you couldn't trade a game for another game. You had to sell it. There was no used market. Like, go to GameStop, new Mario Brothers, take the old one. Nope. They did not. It was against the law. You get arrested. Yep. I learned that while I was out there. Then I learned, as much as I love sushi, I ordered this platter, and they brought me an octopus. I'm like, oh, that's cool, but it was moving.
Yeah, of course, it's a lot.
They chopped the legs, and they dashed it with some seasoning and soy sauce.
Makes the tentacles move.
And that shit was like, and the guy, the promoter. This the shirt I'm wearing. My man Sean Price. Tonight is his birthday party. A rapper, Method Man, Redman gonna be there. A couple other people, but MOP. But I went with these dudes, right? And what's crazy, he told our translator, tell them be careful if they eat this when it's going down their throats because it could choke them and kill them.
Yeah.
And I said, see, this experience that most people don't have, they think I'll be joking. I know I got a lot of jokes, but I'm being dead serious. I said, it could do what?
You do play too much.
Yeah, I do. Whatever, KY. Jelly.
But I mean, I don't know if you guys know this, but the sushi we get in America is not.
No, it's not. It's just raw meat. It's not the sushi. It's not the sushi China eat. It's not the, which is not, they don't call it sushi, but it's not the live shit that China eat. And it damn sure, or the South Koreans or Japan. Japan eats shit that's moving on you. The squirm.
Yeah, because see here legally, because of the FDA, they cannot serve raw food. They can't do that. Right. They can't serve raw seafood because of the allergens.
No. They do sell raw seafood. I buy it all the time and I post it. I buy sushi every week once. They can't sell nothing that's alive and moving on your plate.
See, so down here, like, and I don't know, maybe in New York it's different, but down here they told me that the sushi that I'm getting here is lightly steamed just to kill all of the
Oh
outside
no, they
bacteria.
don't do that in New York. No, sir.
No, so they're like, it's not even technically raw. Like true sushi is just like literally
It's raw.
from the sea. They
Right.
cut it up and
Yeah.
put it on a bed of rice, and there you go.
Sushi in New York is raw.
Okay, see down
I eat
here
it all
they
the time.
steam it. It's not. It's like flash steamed, so it's
Right.
still raw.
It's like they do with their steaks. They what you call it? They sear it.
Yeah.
Sear, right?
Yeah.
Like I eat seared tuna, which is excellent. It's hard to find a good spot to do
Yeah,
that.
I don't know where the fuck you're eating sushi that's seared though, because like
No, you get
sushi here-
you
sushi
get
is raw.
seared tuna. You can get seared tuna. That's that's a Japanese delicacy. Yes, sir.
Right. I'm talking about for regular sushi, like sashimi and shit. Like where it's raw here.
Not
And
down
where you-
here from what I
where you at?
understand.
But different states got different laws. So he's saying where he's saying, but I'm knowing New York, that shit raw.
Y'all
And
have
I
down.
eat
You have raw down there
salmon.
too, Nova? Straight raw?
Yeah, I'm raw dog
Yeah.
too. I don't wear no condoms.
Like if you get like tuna, it's straight up like bright ass red.
No. Even when you steam it, it's still going to be bright ass red. It's just not like it's not cooked. It's steamed, but it's steamed just to
It's a
kill off
flash
the
steam, right?
Yeah, it's a fast steam. So it's
Flash steam, right?
the internals are still raw, but the outside is semi-warm. I guess.
Nah, my shit is cold. It's like a dead body, and I bust that shit
You're
to the
talking
head
about
to
they
the white
steam it
meat.
before they bring it to you? Is that what you're saying?
No, they don't steam it for. They steam it when they get the raw material.
The meat.
And then,
He's saying they brush it like it could be like a steam blower.
Right,
Just
right,
give it
right.
some.
Yeah.
It don't have to be steamed in a steamer because that's cooking. But he's saying like they hit it with the steam. I get what he's saying.
What the fuck? So they hit it with like a burst of the shit from the iron?
Right.
Basically,
what
yeah.
does that do?
Ah.
We're here to protect you. There you go. You're safe now.
I mean, I've had puffer fish too, and that's another thing that you have to be fucking
That shit-
careful about.
No. Well, you don't because you don't prepare it. It's the fucking preparer.
Yeah,
I'm not
like
fucking with anything. I can't say that, but
yeah, like puffer fish. There's like a sizable number of people, like 30, 40 people per year that die because it's
That
cut.
die.
It's cut raw.
Right. It's
wrong.
cut
you
wrong.
know. It's cut wrong
Poisonous
because if you
fish,
touch the
right.
liver, it's done. You have to throw the fish out, and that fish is
Yep.
very expensive.
and
So-
what's the other one? The spike one that you could fucking kill.
I
as
want to
many
say
as
it's a
possible.
lionfish or tigerfish.
Lionfish.
Oh,
Yep.
that's a lionfish,
Lionfish.
yeah.
Lionfish.
Yeah.
That's
Those-
good meat though, but
But you got to have like somebody who's trained. Like for example, they won't even let you cut or even handle puffer fish unless you have a certain amount of years as a sushi chef.
right,
You know?
right.
Yeah.
I
it's
don't
like
want
there's
that.
a-
Anything like that, I don't want to eat nothing that I'm risking dying.
Okay. Jago said, "Don't eat anything unless it's cooked." So sushi has.
You eat pussy.
Maybe his pussy is
It ain't
cooked. Maybe the
cooked,
pussy he
motherfucker.
eats is cooked. How do you know?
That
That's
shit
why,
is
that's why you
sauteed.
got to burn that shit up with a salami before you do it.
Maybe he steams the
Oh.
Maybe he steams the
Oh.
pussy too.
Yo, maybe he likes it with white ketchup.
Oh.
Oh no!
I'm gonna let
So
y'all
wait-
think about that.
He
I
likes
figured it
the
out.
he likes the sloppy seconds for the seasoning.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let them think about what I'm talking about. You like it seasoned with white ketchup?
All right,
Jacob's
let's
gonna
keep
kill me.
going. Let's
Jacob's
keep going.
gonna
We
kill
still
me.
gotta do our introductions. Callie, my man, how's your week been going? What you been doing? What you been playing, boss?
My day's been good, and I just actually started a new collection for a new series. So I've never played Armored Core, so I'm starting to collect the ones that were released back for the PS3 and
Shut
PS1.
his fucking mic off.
God damn.
You never played Armored Core, really?
And nope.
So what made you sort of bite the bullet this time? Like,
So I guess I kind of got into the mech genre from watching a lot of anime recently. So since recently they released Armored Core 6, I've been wanting to deep dive into it.
A
but 'cause
Rubicon?
I haven't- Yeah, because I heard how good it was, but because I don't have any experience playing any of the other games, I thought, hey, why not just take the bullet and just buy them? Even though all the ones for the PS3 are over $100, and same for the PS1.
Because they're
game.
collectibles. You want me to
Yeah.
give you two good games?
Which ones?
War Robots
Zone of the
Frontiers. No, Zone, I'm talking about current. War Zone End is a classic facts. War Robots Frontiers free on Xbox right now. That shit is like Mecha Soul back in the days. Excellent mech game. And Mecha Break, and I did this for this. Mecha Break on PC was the fucking controls was terrible. but I played it on Xbox thanks to Sir X-Men, who told me about the beta this week. I should have said that too. Both of those games are very addictive. Rubicon is more hardcore, so if you could play that, these are going to be fucking like heaven to you. War Robots, Frontiers, and Mecha Break. Trust me.
Callie, let me ask you a question. Do you like your mechs fast moving, or do you like your mechs more methodical in movement?
Well, I haven't played that many mech games, to be honest. So this is gonna be my first deep dive. So
all right. So are you into the micromanagement of those mechs? Like, for example, all of the different parts and this and that, or are you just wanting to get into a mech and wreck shit?
I'll be honest. I was first when I learned about the series, I was kind of intimidated because there are so many stats.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yo, listen, don't do it, bro.
Yeah.
Do not feed into the micromanaging. This shoots and burns with longevity. Look at the major stat. Do not do that other shit is for the super hardcore people. Don't get involved.
Yeah, that's a can of worms you do not want to open.
Just like there was another game like that made by Sega, which was very, very super highly detailed with the information, called Chrome Hounds. Anybody here played that?
I saw it, but it was just way too. Yeah.
It was complicated, but once if you knew what you was doing, you could build a mech that was a sniper with fire damage and fuck everything up because it had continuous burning once a shell hit somebody. Crazy.
Well, that was the beauty of Steel Battalion. Remember the OG Steel Battalion with the big ass controller? Yeah. That was the beauty of it. Like if you were into the micromanaging of it, it was like.
Yeah, listen. My boy Six Sled comes to my channel. He was a panel member. I raised him from a kid, but he says Lemon's the only person we know had that shit.
And that shit was like $300 back in the day. You know, that was
which mech game had like the giant fucking peripheral with all the joysticks?
Steel Battalion. It came in a big ass Yeti carton.
Well, you had to reach over there, hit the button. He go push the hatch up. Yo, they only sold like 10 of them shits. I had that shit. That shit was VR on a TV without VR. That shit was amazing, but it was expensive.
Sure.
See, Callie, for me, I don't care for all that shit. I just want to like get into a mech and wreck shit. So like for me, the Xenogears Xenoblade series on Nintendo is better. Like there's a Xenogears X coming out or Xenoblade X or something like that coming out right now. Xenosaga X. And that gives you that all you need really. Like you get into a mech, you get ultra powerful, you fight other mechs, and then you get out and then you're just regular. You don't have to worry about the mech customization and stuff like that. But that's just me.
The reason I wanted to get into Armored Core was because I heard it gives you kind of that power fantasy with like the momentum based like combat it has.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you ever wanted to like wreck shit in a tank and like get a satisfaction of like being in a tank and operating a tank and then killing shit in a tank, then that will be your closest.
What the fuck are you doing?
So yeah, I mean that would be like literally the closest experience to that, if you will. But that's if you're interested in that shit. But yeah.
Yo, why the fuck every time your shows start, my fucking lizard start going crazy?
Your lizard? That seems like a personal problem. I think you need to tell your doctor about that.
The worst game for management ever, I'm sorry, was Steel Battalion. That was the worst, hardest game for management.
Yeah, it seems like somebody already said that about 5 minutes earlier.
Because he's late, he's a 10-month baby. You got to excuse him. He a 10-month and 2-day baby. He wasn't born in 9 months.
It took him a while to crawl out of the grave.
Raise Emotep after reading from the book.
I was doing the blowjob while she was taking out the catheter, so she timed it right. I didn't feel nothing.
You don't feel nothing down there, anyways. After so many years, it's been since
I can walk,
you've
you
seen
son of a bitch.
No, you've not had any movement down in that area for such a long time.
You talking about me? You ain't had none from your wife in 4 years. What are you talking about?
4? Try 20. What the fuck? 4? I would be happy if it was been only 40 years. Shit, it's been goddamn 20.
What are you doing?
That's divorce status.
I get mine. You got to get yours. You on your own, buddy. You better get you a side piece.
Yeah, I am getting mine. I'm getting mine from my right hand. There you go.
Fuck that shit.
I'm going for mine. There you go. Too bad she's going for her separately with somebody else, but I'm going for mine.
Hey, Supernova, did you see the theme song I put for you in the chat?
Yeah, I read it. Where was I?
AMG, the booty up.
I don't know what that one is. I don't think.
You don't know what AMG the booty up is? Oh man, that's the
Might if I
joint.
heard it, but I can't. I don't recall the name.
All right,
Look at this! Look at this! KY know that song. Let
me go to KY next. All right, KY, how's your week been going? What you been doing? What you been playing, boss?
My week's been going really good. I've
by the way, your wife is doing better, right? So congratulations on that.
Yes, well, she's actually back. She's actually back to work now.
Mm-hmm.
Damn,
okay, so everything sort of blew over good. Well, congratulations. I know you guys.
Hers didn't blow over, but all of her surgeries were a tremendous success. And
yes,
that's a good thing.
Yes,
yeah.
And the complications afterwards resolved themselves with medication and a little cleaning. So, yeah. But yeah,
it must be wonderful to go back to stability.
Congratulations to you and the family.
Glad for you, bro. Glad.
Thank you.
You know,
you need to get them doctors to help out Sir X-Men.
I don't
have
Sir
a
X-Men is
problem.
gone. Case.
What's he need?
I don't have a problem.
You know the funny thing.
You need a brain transfusion.
You know the funny thing as humans, it's just in our mentality that we always complain about like being bored of the day-to-day regularity of doing the same shit every day. But you learn to value that same regularity when you have stuff like this.
That's why they got Pepto-Bismol
right?
for the regularity, dude.
Shit, like that's why I don't complain about my job, because after 3 years of being through what I went through, going to work every day, being healthy enough just to go to work and do my day to day, that's a blessing in disguise, So
yeah, that's why you had a pie in your face this week.
Oh yeah, it was Pie Day. Well, actually, Pie Day was today. Yes, but they only had half a day.
What the fuck are y'all talking about?
Okay, Pie Day.
You didn't see. Why sat at the front of the classroom and let his fucking students splooge all over his face?
Yep.
Dude.
Repeatedly.
I could get arrested.
Repeatedly. Just ropes, just shooting ropes at his face.
The logic is the reason it's fucking painful. Okay, let me tell you this much. Every year I do this, it gets worse and worse because it's fucking painful. Because all of that shaving cream being hit at you over and over again for 6 periods in a row, all those chemicals that are in the shaving cream opens up your pores. Like when I got home last night.
Oh, it was painful.
Shit! Man. Yes, it was painful. I put on some aftershave. I was like Kevin McAllister in Home Alone. Like that shit.
Shaving cream made cheap.
And here I thought my nerve pain was painful.
I gotta say this. Everybody on this panel is a piece of shit.
I know.
Everybody.
I know I'm a piece of shit. I mean, that's why my students hit me over and over again. One kid hit me 7 fucking times.
Yo, that's crazy.
And then that metal can get you because they going really hard.
No, bro. I mean, my students like it because it makes them work harder.
What's up with your camera, man?
Because like
I'm trying to fix it.
All right.
You can only hit me with a pie if you're passing my class at that time. So they make sure that their grades are C or better.
How many kids hit you with the pie?
Shit. I have 150 students. 150 students, 148 of them qualified.
I was actually gonna say that there was a teacher back in my high school when I went there that actually stood in the middle of the school grounds of the lunch yard area, and so they actually had set up like that thing where you put your face in like one of those holes, like where you could take a picture, but instead of taking pictures, they let students pie him in the face.
Oh yeah, it was. But we do it because it's like, okay, when are you as a student ever going to have a chance to say that you pied your professor on Pie Day? So that's like a thing,
First of all, you're not a professor. You teach kids. You're not in college, bitch.
When will you ever have a chance to say you pied your teacher? That's what this man just said.
He just tried to up his stock real quick. You teach little kids. You are a fucking teacher.
I teach graduate students in the afternoon as well, motherfucker.
Forgive me.
I got a PhD in the subject, dude.
That's a lot of hair pie, dude. That's a lot of hair pie.
Shit, I got a 385-page dissertation with my goddamn name on it being published. So shit, I got 2 years of my life.
You're just mad because those pages is bigger than your dick.
That's the only thing bigger. That
and like I said in the chat, That's why it hurt, because she didn't have to blow it up because your dick's
I mean,
so tiny.
Paper is like 8 by 11, so.
Damn, Sir X-Men, that was vicious.
Oh, I said it in the chat. You missed that one.
I was up here fucking mixing drinks.
But yeah, I mean, it's all in fun.
Yo,
And,
KY, what you drinking?
Bourbon and Mountain Dew.
Yes, I am.
Yo, he got a
Bourbon
good
Mountain
mic.
Dew.
You heard him twist on the top of the bottle? Damn, that shit was like.
See, you give me shit about my puffball all the time.
No. Oh,
his
comment.
puffball.
Not this week. We're gonna celebrate the wife. Not this week. You get a pass.
Yeah.
No, he don't get no pass. Pass.
I love
KY,
my blue
puff,
snowball.
pass, man.
All right, KY, what you been playing? Let's move on. Let's keep going.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
gonna knock
I've
the
actually
mic
been
off the
playing
table
some really
laughing at Sir
interesting
X-Men.
things.
What?
I've been playing some really interesting things. For the first time in my gaming career, I'm playing a game 2 weeks before embargo, and I may be doing a video review on it.
Oh, congratulations, man! Congratulations!
go.
Wow.
Is it Battlefield? Is it the new Battlefield?
Bug Snatch 2.
Can't say. One day I'll be. When I grow up, I want to be just like you.
It
Starts
starts
with
with
a
an A. It starts with an A and ends with an L.
Don't do it, bro. It's not worth it. You'll never get it again. Just fuck all y'all. Don't ask some shit. Enjoy it, bro. Enjoy it.
Let it go.
And I've been playing. I'm trying to get the guys over at the XPN Network, the PR director / writer for the channel, has contacts, and he's trying to get me a review code to get Tempest Rising 2 weeks early.
Why you look younger today?
He shaved off his mullet.
Yeah, he cut all his hair off.
Oh, all right. I know. I'm like,
Yeah, I know. I saw him on Wednesday. He looks like a fat Mark Cerny.
Thank you.
I don't think that's a compliment.
No, KY, take your hat off for 1 second,
You
please.
know, he looks like
Okay, he's a hell of a
beard like
girl.
that. He looks like
Take
fucking
your hat off for
Sebastian
1
Gorka.
second, okay? Hold on.
Watch,
Let me see.
hey, Wise, pull up a picture of Sebastian Gorka.
Sebastian Gorka.
That's what I swear to God. Look up a picture of Sebastian Gorka. That's what he looks like.
Okay, this is gonna sound mean, but I think he kind of looks more like Randy Pitchford than he does Mark Cerny.
No, that's a normal Kentucky haircut.
Oh fuck, motherfucker! You're right about that shit.
Hey, no, look. My crew cut is all messed up because of my hat. So don't get it twisted.
you ain't got to defend yourself. He ain't even got hair.
Okay,
There
so
we go.
I like it, Paul.
oh
bet you
man,
That shit is uncanny.
That
That shit is fucking.
if anything, I'm thinner.
Not by much.
But anyway, I
Yeah,
heard
Wise,
you all.
if you go online and say anything about me being fat, first I'm not fat, motherfucker. You just
You're
mad
big-
because
You're big bone, and they're just big meat behind them. Big
I'm not.
bone.
I gain weight because I drive the bus, bitch, and I sit down, I eat, and I drive all day for
You
fucking
eat
12
and
hours.
eat and
But
drink
you know
and
what?
drink, and I
You
tell
know
you
what?
one thing: your breath
Every-
don't stink.
Every time I piss, I see somebody bigger than you.
Damn.
All right, I gotta get to
I
the
think
last
that
thing I've
went
been
over
playing.
his
Are you-
head.
Yeah.
So you're
I said,
pissing next to another
let
woman?
someone call me fat. I said, bitch, I can't walk. What the fuck's your excuse?
Oh, that shit was it. His ass is fat because he's sequestered to a wheelchair. What's your fucking?
I could have kept playing Battlefield.
Oh shit!
Throw that in, right? To let people know that you're playing Battlefield every fucking week. Like Wise talks about Nintendo. Every week we gotta hit Battlefield.
Every
Nintendo-
week we gotta hear Call of Duty.
Apparently, the Switch 2 is coming out May the 15th.
That's scrub nurse.
That's you two. You
Nah,
can get that.
I play fucking Battlefield, motherfucker.
I know you do. That's why I'm fucking with you.
You know what? I got my old motherfucker.
I figured it out. You're playing anal, KY.
Why are these New Yorkers so sensitive?
You're playing anal. That's the game.
We're not.
But why is there a review embargo on anal? I mean, everyone knows how to do it, you know? So, most of us have played it one time at least.
Wait a minute.
hey.
You drinking liquor out of a fucking what you call that shit? A thermal cup?
Yeah, man, it keeps
A
my
Yeti.
shit cold. I got this
Yes.
thing with.
Yes.
All right, let's keep going. My man,
No,
Luke.
I'm not done. I'm not
Okay, go
done. I've been playing a demo on Steam called Tempest Rising. It comes out in April. I'm trying to get the review code for it.
Yeah.
I'll find out in the next coming weeks whether or not I get to cancel my pre-order and get it 2 weeks early to do a
Yo,
review
look
on
at the
it.
camera. Look at the camera. Stop looking at your screen. Look at the camera.
Look.
Yeah, I saw the
like
trailer
this.
for that on Steam, dude. I saw
Look at
So we were talking about micromanaging and RTSs and stuff like that, and I love the old Command and Conquer games.
Yeah.
The old Command and Conquer games are loved, and Tempest
Generals.
Tempest Rising has the heart and soul of Command and Conquer.
That's
now you got me excited.
Okay.
It plays just like it. It's just different enemies, different units, and different story. But the controls, it's identical. There's no learning curve. You just jump right into it and enjoy yourself.
Huh. When did it come out? Is it just recently?
April 24th. April 24th you can get the demo right now for free on Steam, and you can play the first 2 missions for the good guys and the first 2 missions for the bad guys.
And that's what they get you hooked.
Can we really?
But they're bad.
Serious, and he's talking into a big ass ball, a black ball.
But they're bad.
Flip it.
Nope.
Do not do that again, KY, because you're now. What you made Lemon do? You made him get hard and he can't get up. Now he had to turn off his mic. There you go.
All right, I'm done.
But he's got the biggest big black balls of them. Oh,
yes, I do.
I feel like I was fucking molested just now. Like,
Lemon, did it go back down? Are you okay? Did it go back down? Are you?
Kelly was like, "Hello, is it me you're looking for?" Fuck, KY, don't do that again. I love you, bro. Not that much.
Pop up the volume.
hey, KY, fuck it. You got your balls to the wall, man.
To the windows, to the walls, till the sweat dropped down my balls, till all these bitches go.
Yeah, I don't deserve this shit.
All these things go beep, beep, beep.
All these kids.
Y'all don't deserve this.
Well, I just have to see you at the crossroad, Lemon.
As the only legitimate black man on the podcast, he does not approve.
Hey. Happy birthday to you.
All right, okay. Let's go to low. Let's go to the original.
The original black man.
The original black man, Loke.
Wakanda forever.
Oh God.
What's up, y'all?
What up, boss?
Yeah, we don't care.
How's your week been going? What you been doing? What you been playing?
Oh, look at
my week's been going awesome. I've been playing WRC. I bought WRC 4. I mentioned that I wanted to get the whole series since I'm now moving my library from the consoles to PC, and one of my mutuals bought the whole fucking series. So now I've got WRC from like 5 to 10. I don't know when I'm going to find the time to do that. I finished Dustborn, and I can confirm it is a horrible game.
I saw you playing it and complaining about it. I saw you stream.
It is mental cancer. Thanks for coming through, Sex, man.
What the fuck?
I would rather participate in any civil war on the planet on the front lines than play
You could have just said Sudoku
once more.
You could have said I would rather do a New York Times word search than this again. So
no, I'd rather fucking die. I'm good. I'd rather die.
You could always
anyways.
You can't die, bro. Africans live forever.
Hey, look, you could always play that.
You know, black don't crack.
Game on PlayStation.
Loke straight said he would rather be a fluffer at a gangbang.
Yo.
Yes, Lupo. I'd rather be a fluffer.
No,
yes.
no, don't say that.
Clip it.
Have you seen Dustborn?
I don't care. You don't want to be a fluffer.
I'm trying to drink, bro.
Do you know what that is?
No, I don't know.
A fluffer.
We got kids on the podcast. You can't say
no,
that.
We don't. I'm gonna tell you what a fluffer is.
What's
if you
a
ever
fluffer?
Tell
First of all,
Callie what Callie, a fluffer. Go
Don't
ahead and
you
explain to
ever
Callie
say
what a
that in the
fluffer.
United
Listen,
States.
I'll explain it, bro. So you have these gangbangs where these bitches are gonna like fuck 100 dudes, but they need to
Okay.
stay hard and stay close so they're not banging the chick for 15, 20 minutes. They need to be in there for 3 minutes, pop and be out. So the fluffers
Okay.
basically stand in line and just jerk dudes off.
and suck dick.
What?
They dicks hard. And you said you'd rather be a fluffer. I know you didn't understand because there's a language barrier, right? Right, Loke? There's a language barrier. I need you to
so
agree
I
with me.
didn't know.
Yeah, and
They're pretty. You ever had gloves that warm up your hand in the cold? They call hand warmers. They're like dick warmers with their mouth.
It's kind of like the human equivalent of icy hot.
Yo, he said I'd rather be a fluffer.
And a fluffer also means if
Yo.
you walk by a gay club and you say that's a fluffer club, you don't go in there.
Yo, listen,
Don't go.
Supernova, I'm gonna need
You're
you to
speaking from
apologize.
experience, Rex.
I'm
Are
gonna
you
need you
speaking
to
from
apologize for Loke for that because that is my
What
brother.
the fuck, Super? What the fuck, Super?
Yo, he just admitted
Seriously.
to sucking dick to keep him hard for the
Listen,
next
listen,
dude.
all right, listen.
Whoa.
I'll be
Look, are you
honest.
sure you ready to come to America and visit?
I regret nothing.
He said I regret that.
Listen,
Yes.
listen.
Yes.
Listen.
It'll be like that scene from Coming.
Yes,
That boy
Jago.
good. That boy good.
Yo, listen. Jago, he didn't deserve that. Come on, Super.
Hey, Wize, check your phone.
How was I
Move-
supposed to know
move
this
to
man
the
didn't
left.
know what a fluffer was?
I knew he didn't know what it
Move to
was
the
when he
left.
said, I'd rather do it. Oh, he don't know what it is.
I thought he
no,
was just,
no.
I just thought he
No,
was being
my brother
hyperbolic
did
to
not know
explain
what
just
that
how
was.
bad the fucking game was.
Oh my God.
It ain't
Hey, this
that
is
bad.
Okay.
You know
It's
what?
not that bad.
Look. He's
It's
like,
not
yo,
that
listen.
bad.
He
Okay,
said, you know what?
See now,
Loke
now
said-
we got a line drawn. We know how good or
Yes.
bad the game is.
Loke said this
Yes,
game
now
is
we have
so
a line.
bad,
It's not fluffer bad. Got
I'm going to suck her daddy's dick. No, my
Oh
boy
my
Loke is
God.
not with the shit. No. No. He's not going out like that. Fuck you, Super. Fuck you. I don't have
Whoa,
enough wheelchair
Jago.
jokes to combat what you said,
Coming in too
motherfucker.
hot. It's coming in too hot. Pull the nose up. Pull the nose up.
Fuck. Damn.
Oh my God.
I'm pretty sure after this conversation, this episode's age restricted.
Yeah, look, when you come to the United States, stay away from San
Yeah.
Francisco, please.
That's not that bad over there.
Look,
I'm
look,
planning-
look,
I'm
look, look,
planning
look,
for
look,
move.
look, look. This song is for you. The introduction song is for you. Here you go.
Yo,
in
don't
case you
do it,
didn't hear-
Wise. You better not do it. You
Hey, you can't just Shaka Khan, dude.
ain't nobody. Ain't nobody.
Okay.
I had a question on her. She had one of the baddest bodies in the world back then, boy. Man, she had one. And she still got a badass body.
Go KY, go KY, go KY, go KY. Oh,
Now I feel like watching
You're
Breaking.
doing the Cabbage Patch and
Thanks,
shit.
thanks, Wise.
You don't remember the truth is out.
That's what I said. Clip
yo,
it.
Loke, put Supernova on timeout for the next two podcasts. Do not talk to him after that shit.
Oh my God.
Logan going in there, man. Oh, so
You learn
many
every day,
men.
The more you learn with the fucking rainbow.
IGN stands for I grease nuts. Whoa.
Today I learned.
That
today I
was
learned
good. You need to
Yeah,
remember
yeah.
that one.
Oh shit, we
and I
got
learned
guys.
in a way that I'll
we
never
gotta-
forget it.
Look,
Now
look.
I'll
I'm
never
sorry. I gotta
forget
blow
that.
that tweet up. I'm gonna have to clip that, dude.
You have to blow it up.
Don't.
Well, why?
Don't.
You
This
said
is
you
where
gotta
Logan's
blow
gonna have-
that up.
Get
What?
mad at me. I've just expanded this man's vocabulary. Don't get mad at me.
Yo, Super, you can't be trusted.
that was when I was in college. There was this guy, right? There was this guy
Ew,
who
man,
was from
party.
overseas.
Listen, I don't know what you and your college buddies
There was
do,
this guy.
but
No,
you
he said, "No, me and my friends were talking. This guy was from
experimenting.
overseas, and he was like, we were in the communal lounge and just started talking and stuff. And me and my friends were talking, and he's like, and we were talking about Playboy, and he's like, yeah, I don't like Playboy. I like Playgirl. And I'm like, bro, I don't think you know what Playgirl is. Playboy is
Girl.
girl magazine, not
Right. Play girl is for men who like boys.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
You know what
Oh,
said?
shit.
Super knew all the details. He gave us the
He
Wikipedia
said,
version.
not only my client, I'm the president.
Oh,
Yo, Loke, I love you. You know, I always got your back, bro. That was uncalled
yeah,
for. Super.
when Loke comes in, he always does something to just sort of do something to shock the system. Either comes in looking like a straight up pimp, or he's
You
he
want
wants
to
to
piss?
be
You
a
want to piss? You
fluffer.
want to piss off Nova? Take your cell phone, go outside, and have one of your homeboys walking.
Hey, look, why do you think the song? Where do you think the song "Party Train"?
Look, I give a fuck.
That's where "Party Train" came from.
Oh, shit.
No.
Hold on.
You want to piss off Nova? Look, you want to piss off Nova? Just take a picture of you pissing standing up. He can pretty much kill
oh
somebody.
shit. I'm not very vengeful.
Again,
I'm
like
not
I
very
give a
vengeful.
fuck. Like, do this, do that. I don't give a fuck.
Loke is like, I can stand when I piss. And you're like, motherfucker, I got a catheter. I don't even need to do that.
Right?
All right. Okay. Let's move on from the fluffer. All right. Callie, what we got you done already. So Triple, my man, well, how's your week been going? What you been doing? What you been playing?
I've been working. Been playing Destiny and Monster Hunter Wilds.
As long as you ain't been playing with no balls.
That's KY's
Oh
part.
my god. Is this gonna be a theme for the rest of the show?
I'm defending you. I'm defending you. I have your back.
Stop rubbing your balls.
But yeah, that's
The man
mostly
molesting the shit out of that
um,
microphone.
Oh
Play
my
some
goodness!
bullshit.
But that's
How far are you in Wilds?
In Wilds, I got it to. I finished the campaign. I got through high rank, so now I'm just like bouncing between different weapons just to.
You
just
finished
try
the
different things.
campaign. You piece. How'd you?
No. So after you beat high rank, there's still stuff to do. I'm not sure if there's like a secret final boss. That's kind of how some Monster Hunter games you fight the initial big baddie. Then the more you play, then there's like an even bigger baddie at the end. So I'm not sure. I haven't looked up any story spoilers or anything like that, but it's a good game. It's
Yeah, the
pretty
bigger
interesting.
baddies are always
Do-
at the
do
end
they
of the
keep
bar.
up?
I'm just letting you know.
I was gonna ask you,
That's
Triple,
what I was gonna-
is it as unoptimized as people say it is on PC?
I play it on console. I'm playing it on my Xbox, and I play it on the performance mode. So if you're there for visuals and resolution, performance mode is not. Is
Oh,
not
I play
it.
at 30 frames. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Not
So
that I play that game, but when that's the problem, that's
Yeah,
what I
I gotta do. I mean, it's not terrible. It's okay enough for me to enjoy playing it visually. When it comes to it, and the performance mostly holds up. There are some sections when it turns into a slideshow for a second, and it destroys my eyes when it does that. But for the most part, it's
The
it's
fuck are
pretty
you
well.
playing on a black and white TV?
What? Come on.
What do you mean
No,
by that?
but-
He's like,
No, that's
She's
why
like,
when I
it
say
destroys his
slideshow, like
eyes
the
and all this, I'm like, what
No,
the
no,
fuck
no,
are you
no.
playing? What are you playing on?
it's-
What
I'm
TV you
playing
got?
on my.
He's
no,
talking
I'm
about
playing
the
on
frame
my.
rate, bro.
I'm not. I would play on my Samsung Q. It's an old Q70 with G-Sync, or FreeSync. I think it's FreeSync, but I'm playing on my.
Might shut his
my
mic off.
LG.
He lying.
What? I do have a Q70 or
How-
something. One
but-
of those.
all jokes aside,
But-
how long is the actual campaign? Like average playthrough?
I honestly I wasn't even keeping track of how much time I put into it. If you're going through it relatively
look it up.
quickly, it shouldn't take you between like
This is
I
Monster
don't know,
Hunter
maybe.
Wilds.
Give an estimation. Come on, you could do it.
That's what I'm trying to think. Like maybe 8 to 15 hours. I don't know. It's not.
That's cool.
Then again,
That's
it might
cool.
be.
Hey, Wise,
might
I
be
think
long
Triple
today.
needs your math class.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. These young kids don't know how to add and
I'm not
subtract.
adding
There
up.
we
See,
go.
the problem is I can't go back and look at my play time because some
You
of it
don't
is
have
me
to
doing
look
the
at it. Just give a
campaigns.
guesstimation,
Shit, thank
motherfucker.
God.
All right, listen,
for a minute there, I thought he says
to complete the main campaign, 15 to 20 hours.
Right.
But
There you
to
go.
do everything, 60 to 100.
I mean, there you go. That's why.
All
it's
right,
just
all right.
potential like
Thank you,
that.
thank you, Super.
So, I
Besides
mean, like I
saying
said,
people
the thing
fluff.
is like when people are counting playtime, like sometimes if you're going purely through the campaign, sure, but sometimes just the way the game is, you're going through the campaign, you're hunting some monsters to increase
Yeah,
your
you get
gear, and you
sidetracked
see
by
through the
shit.
campaign.
Let me ask you another
but-
question that matters.
Come on, it's just-
What's the benefits of beating the campaign? What do you get extra to play multiplayer?
So you can play multiplayer almost right out of the gate. When
No,
you're
no,
playing
no.
the-
That's not what I'm asking you. What is the benefits of beating the campaign that adds to the multiplayer? Whether it's gear, whether it's
It is gear. It's
Okay.
gear. When you beat the campaign, you get high rank unlocked, and that's where better improvement. There, as you go through the campaign, they introduce you to new systems. Like early on, your gear, and so further into it, then they unlock upgrades for your gear. When you go into high rank, then you're able to make higher level equipment, and they
Nice.
introduce
Okay.
a different
That's the-
variant of monsters.
There you go.
to give you a reason
There you
to
go.
upgrade your weapons.
There you go. See, that was the answer.
So let me ask you a question, Triple. What is the you've seen those games, those casual games, those fashion games where you have to like put clothes on something and then they'll grade like how fashionable it is or whatever. You've seen
You
those.
talk about like other people doing their fashion ratings and stuff.
Yeah. No. Like you play a game where you have to dress this avatar in a certain clothes and you get points and whatever. What is the difference between that game and Monster Hunter, where you're just going out and killing the monster for the fashion?
I mean, so in game you're doing it for the fashion, but really you're doing it for stats and skills. So depending on, let's say you need a fire armor set because you're fighting a fire monster, so you're gonna fight whatever gives you better fire resistance. Depending on like if you're a great sword user, maybe you're focusing on skills to improve your charge speed. They kind of changed how the skills work this time around. In the previous games, like all the skills were in your armor. Now they put in attack skills into your weapons, so your armor is now more so if you want better evasion, if you want better recovery from status elements and stuff like that. So yeah, you're mostly just building around. It's build crafting essentially. Like it's build crafting. And when it comes to layered armors, which is basically what you call it in other games, where basically you can wear any armor set over your current armor. Once you're into high rank, then you can pretty much, if you want to get into the fashion game early on, you can if you wanted to.
You mean transmog, basically?
Yeah, transmog. That's what it is.
Transmog.
Yeah, transmog. So that's what I've done for my character. I've got some gear where I'm just like, I'm not going to use it, but I'm just transmogging on top of what I have. So it's just a swing back around. You're building to make the better weapon and get better times and better.
What's your weapon class of choice? I like the dual blades.
Dual blades. I'm weird when I play Monster Hunter. I know some people, they'll hop in and they'll just stick to one weapon. I've been bouncing between all the weapons. Out of all that I have tried, switch axe is pretty fun. Great sword, I'm a great sword guy, but I wanted to swap things up, so I started with the switch axe. I've been using the long sword as well. And the long sword is stupid. It's good. No, it's a really good weapon.
You know you like that long song. Woo,
yeah.
dang,
Are you a great sword guy, or are you a great sword guy?
Yo, shit. Yo,
But
I like the killer's on fire.
Sword and shield is
Yo, hit that like button. I don't like the likes in the chat. Don't make me come to your house and do it.
Like and subscribe.
The fucking
I
like
think
button.
the fastest way for me to say is like I haven't used dual swords. I haven't used like bow gun or the bow, and I think I haven't used gunland. So I've been bouncing between all the weapons so far, but my most used is probably the switch axe because I really want to try it out because I was always bitching about it to my friend about how they have the mechanic of the weapon. Like the weapon is about switching between axe mode and sword mode, but honestly, they kind of push you to use one mode over everything else. So I'm just like, let's see how this actually works. Let me use it and not bitch about it and actually use it. So, but yeah, I've been using switch axe a lot.
Yo, Metroid, fuck you. That's why I say it every show. Fuck you. And you're not even talking to me, but fuck you. I'm saying it's triple.
I stab with a long sword pause.
I mean, you do stab, like you get the I keep saying it's like longsword is such a weed.
Stop saying it. Stop saying it.
Why? He just wants to hear him say long. He just wants to hear himself say longsword over.
That's the weapon. Why is that a long sword with a catheter in it?
Great sword, but I mean that's the weapon class.
It's like a fucking gun blade, but for old motherfuckers.
Yo, Triple C, yo, fuck that. I was born with my sword.
So if it's a gunblade, do you put the little pipe in the revolver area? The little.
Don't say that. Don't just, you know what? Let it go. Let this subject go because it's getting really dark over here. Right now.
Let
it go.
Another penis.
Did we get everyone's intro?
No, not me.
Nobody want to hear your intro. You played Battlefield and
so I think we're past the intro.
Okay.
And fucking Wize played Nintendo and.
Actually, I
this
played.
Time I didn't do it
Suikoden
this
1 and
week.
2,
That was you this time, Lemon, with the Nintendo.
All right, go ahead, Sir X-Men. How's your week been going? What you been doing? What you been playing? Besides Battlefield.
Playing the hell out of Mecha Break.
Yeah, I thought so. That's why
I'm enjoying that shit, dude.
You are not original. You have no original bones in your body.
He doesn't have a bone in his body.
You like the
When was the last time you had a
Bionic
bone?
Man from the fucking 80s.
Because they've all been replaced.
Oh shit.
I played some F124. No, F125 now. That's what it is. I played 24 about a few months before the other one came out. And that's pretty much it. I downloaded some games to experiment with and see how they are. Like that little snowboard funny game I want to check out that they have on Xbox that's free in Game Pass.
What you download on PlayStation?
What's that? What's a PlayStation?
Jesus Christ.
Oh, God. All right, let's keep going. All right, speaking of PlayStation, a small little news tidbit that just dropped today. PlayStation is going to be not buying out, but People Can Fly are developing a game exclusively to PlayStation. And yeah, I did not read that they're buying People Can Fly. I just think that they were licensed to create one game. And from what I read,
They ain't got enough money to buy nobody.
What did you say? What did you say?
How can you talk about somebody you say don't exist?
I read like a press thing about it, or like a little bubble about it, and said that it was just like a partnership. They came to do like a partnership for the game.
Like the press release
They're
that said they
currently
was
working
playing
with,
games from multiple platforms that people call them liars. Oh my bad.
Like I said,
they're currently
Sony
working
ain't
with
got enough money to buy nobody.
Who's coming in?
Ain't got enough money to buy nobody.
Yeah, I mean that would be weird. They bought them because they're working with Xbox to do Gears. Coming out.
We don't want to
sure
talk
if they
about
wanted
that.
to, they could buy People Can.
Well, if they're making Gears and Gears is
not
eventually going to come
making
on
Gears. They're
PlayStation,
not
are they
making
developing
Gears.
Gears for PlayStation?
And nobody
they're
said Gears is coming to PlayStation, you pink dick microphone talking motherfucker.
Hey man,
I knew that was going to piss him off.
Sometimes
EA,
Wise,
I
you
don't
are
know why
worse
the
than
fuck I couldn't
Wise.
keep it in
Sometimes
the
you are
name,
worse
but-
than IGN.
Yo, listen,
All
that
I'm
was
saying
my
is-
that was my cerebral Paul imitation.
I knew that would get his panties in a ruffle there.
All I'm saying
I don't
is
wear
when we gonna
panties,
get a
I wear
Bulletstorm
G-strings,
2,
bitch.
They're doing everything but a Bulletstorm. That sucks.
But People Can Fly.
I
was,
love Bulletstorm.
But
That's such an
it's a
awesome
good game. Okay, Bulletstorm is a good game, but from what we know, People Can Fly have always been just a 70-ish.
And that's but that's not a bad thing.
But that's not a bad thing.
That's not a
I'm
bad
saying.
thing. Every game can't be
What was
80s and
their-
90s.
Yeah, what was their last game they put out? I played it and I cannot remember the name. It was,
You too young. You too young to forget shit.
It's the online co-op shooter.
Yeah, the co-op one that was like Class like Division and Destiny. I cannot remember the name of it, but that was it was a decent,
I'll look
decent
it up.
experience.
Yeah, the last game I remember playing that was developed by People Can
Oh, is
Fly.
it Outlanders? Something?
Outriders.
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 Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Which was awesome.
No,
But
was
it did have legs.
It did have legs.
I appreciate the fact that it had a solid campaign because.
But they said it wouldn't be. It wasn't a games as service. It was a games that you played that had a multiplayer. They said it was not going to be a games as service.
Yeah, and that's
So-
fine because again, when I compare it to like what you have, at least between Borderlands, Division, Destiny, and Outriders, like I would like for them to all go the Borderlands and Outriders route where they have a good campaign and multiplayer doesn't feel like it's live service and you got to do your logins, your dailies, and all that fun shit.
You don't need
It
it.
was
Like
a-
me, you just want to co-op.
To
You just want to
give
co-op
you-
with your friends.
To give you a little bit of history on People Can Fly, they've got pedigree. Their first game in 2004 was Painkiller. Their first game.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that was theirs too. Shit, I forgot about that. one.
And then they co-developed Gears of War in 2007 for Windows.
Mm-hmm.
Talk about
correct.
And
Yeah,
then in
They're like mercenaries, bro.
Right.
They
And
like
then
they like playground games was.
2011 they did Bulletstorm.
Yep.
And then
And Bulletstorm 2 was the co-op one. Me and my buddy had a good time.
I got Bulletstorm VR. Fuck all y'all.
Yeah. No sequel. The
So-
game literally ends
Awesome.
on a cliffhanger.
VR is
There's no
dead.
sequel.
No,
and they are currently the co-developer for Gears of War E-Day, being co-developed with the
Co-develop, right? They're assistant, right? They're assistant.
So
They're like Playground was.
on top of Outriders, and they also were responsible for the story mode Fortnite Save the World before it went completely multiplayer.
That's not story mode. That's just the
Outriders was
mode.
okay,
Before
but-
before it went,
original Force Riders.
before it went PUBG.
Yeah, before it went PUBG. So I mean,
Right.
they've got pedigree.
Yeah,
they're
like
good
I said,
developers.
Outriders
Good
was
developers.
Outriders was solid.
And
I know I tell
Yes, it
myself
was.
wasn't bad.
the DLC that they had put out.
Yeah, the original
I hate that it did
Fortnite
the
was not
free
bad.
shit.
You know, a lot of people.
World
They're a
Slayer,
good team. They're a good team.
But
It's
I
just
think it's
unfortunate
DLC,
with
that was
that
World
their
Slayer.
games don't sell.
yeah, but something the poor guys like. I mean, Bulletstorm didn't really sell that well, did it?
No,
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
sold
that
good
well.
on Xbox. A lot of my friends are playing Bulletstorm. I don't know what you're talking about.
Bulletstorm did well across platforms, not
Yep.
Xbox.
Well, that's
Why don't
what
we
I
have a
had,
damn
though.
sequel?
Yeah, but if
It
it's
didn't
sold, then where was the sequel? Where's the what?
That-
No,
that-
but it wasn't. It wasn't.
There was a
We kind of got a
Bulletstorm too.
sequel. That
There
you
was
get
a
to replay the
Bulletstorm
game
too.
as
The
Duke
sequel
Nukem.
was a VR.
Yeah, that's
No.
Uh,
They had a sequel.
There's a
The sequel
Bulletstorm
was-
2?
the-
There's a
yeah,
Bulletstorm 2.
Bulletstorm
Yeah.
2 was co-op. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
was
yeah.
it? I don't know.
No, it was the same fucking game, and they added
It
modes.
wasn't the same game. Like
It was
I
no. They added modes. It's not a sequel. They added the modes.
I'm like,
Then
I
they
know
added
we ain't
the
getting
last
no.
thing
I
they
know we
added
ain't
was
getting-
VR.
Let me go to Google.
I
Yeah,
remember being
Google,
There's
Google
no,
don't be
uh,
Google don't be
Yeah.
right, motherfucker. There's no Bulletstorm 2.
Yeah,
There's no listing of
Bulletstorm
how
2.
much Bulletstorm sold. The last number was in 2013, which was under 1 million, but that was fucking 2013.
Well, I'm
Yeah,
very.
that was back then. Things were different back
But
then.
you know the good thing about it is like you hear about all these with all this consolidation going on in the industry and development houses just closing and shuttering doors because they just don't have the money to keep the doors open. It's nice to see a smaller developer like People Can Fly getting jobs.
Story,
like
then
this.
you know if you know their
What
story, you know why they were already owned by Epic before when they were developing Fortnite. But with the Fortnite development, they didn't find a use for them, so they just let them go. So
Talk that shit, Callie.
yeah, it's kind of obvious they don't want to be owned after their experience with Epic because they didn't
Let's
want
go.
to follow anybody else after that.
Thank you.
Bungie said the
Thank
same
you.
thing.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Dinosaur
but
Head.
And they've got in bed
it's-
with this. I mean,
But you see, it is always
That's
a
a different
double-edged
situation.
sword in this regard, right? Like if they don't want to be bought, that's fine, but they still got to find a way of independently being financially viable versus
Listen,
going and
that's how-
being
this is how
bought
they-
and then being
Well, that's
forced to
what,
do shit that they don't want to
This
do.
is how they're doing it.
Remedi's doing, right?
What?
That's the difference. I found it. They made a Bulletstorm Epic Edition later. That's why they had the co-op. The first one.
So
didn't,
say
but the
this.
second one.
So say this.
I don't see no Bulletstorm VR though.
Say that I was fucking playing it on my channel. It's on fucking PlayStation and PC.
Whatever. I still didn't see it.
Just say Lemon, you're right.
No,
It's
that'll
fucking-
never happen.
Look,
Sorry,
do you-
that'll
let-
never
let's go-
happen.
Announcement
It'll
to
never
Meta
happen.
Quest 2 plus 3 plus
I
Pro.
can say this.
back in June 2020.
Sir X-Men's wrong. Motherfucker.
That never happens.
Called you Puto
Right.
Face Larry.
All right,
shit.
Look, you have anything to say on this regarding People Can
I
Fly
don't
and
care about
PlayStation? Any
Bulletstorm.
any
I
take?
don't care about Bulletstorm, and these announcements don't really mean anything. If anyone here has the patience to go check, these announcements get made all the time. Not every project even gets off the ground, so I don't care.
Especially following their.
Fuck Metal Gear.
What was the last studios that they partnered with that didn't do too well? Was it
Partner with
Come on,
Deviant.
come on, Loke, piss off
Was it
fucking Sir X-Men. Say
Deviation?
fuck Battlefield.
The only thing about this announcement that kind of intrigues me is the fact that the game they're
I found
working
it,
on
Lemon.
is an
It's on
existing
Reddit.
PlayStation IP. It's not a new
Oh.
game, so it's like
You
what
do have it.
existing
It's
IP
on
are they working
PS4
on?
VR.
Killzone with
Yes,
skill
yeah,
points? Let's go. Or
PS5,
resistance with skill.
So can you say it? X-Men. Say Lemon was right.
Just because it's your fucking birthday weekend, Lemon,
No,
I'm sorry, you were right.
no.
Nope, that's the only reason I'm giving it to you because your birthday weekend.
You ain't giving me anything. That was a little too deep for me, but I'm a Bulletstorm player. That's why I know.
I know. I love Bulletstorm.
I love that game, and they copied
Oh,
Gears like a
baby, give it
motherfucker.
all to
That
me.
ending was fucking awesome in Bulletstorm.
How would you know? You didn't even know it had didn't have a sequel, bitch.
I
Shut up.
thought it had a sequel. Man, you know how many
Yeah.
games I played in my lifetime?
You ain't saying shit, bitch. I got a lot of games too.
11.2 billion.
That's how, and then they say that's how many PlayStation.
Yo,
5
Chupacabra
consoles
Killer,
they sold.
minus the fluffers. That
let's-
has nothing to do with you, Loke. That's nothing to do with you.
Hold the fluffers.
Let's
Hold
let's
the
pivot to the next one. Okay, so the next topic is a big one, and I want to break it up into segments. The next topic is going to be about all the news that came out for the potential hardware future of Xbox coming out.
Just fucking shit every week with this.
I'm gonna
goddamn-
fucking.
Okay, do y'all want to go to
get
Death
my
Stranding
gun.
2 instead first?
No,
And
no,
then
no.
come back?
We
Talk
no,
about
no.
whatever you wanna
Let's
talk
talk about. Let's talk
I
about
don't
some
give a
shit
shit.
that's not true. Come on.
Okay,
do it.
so
Let's
this
get
is
out the
from
way.
Jess Gordon from Windows Central. Came out this week
Oh
that
my God! Jesus
multiple
Christ.
things. They are making with a third party OEM. They're making a Xbox type handheld. It will have all the stuff of Xbox, but it'll be made by like Lenovo or Asus or whoever they sort of contract out with. Then
Aces.
and Asus, yeah, and then 2027 is when they're expecting the new one, and then they had like ideas as to what that new one's going to be based off of what they're hearing about this game, about this console, or this sort of collaboration that they're doing with the handheld. So let me start off with.
Let me get it. Please let me.
Let me start off from the very beginning. Let me start off from the very
until it's fucking official.
Hold on.
Hey,
Hold on. Calm down. Let the
Speculating.
guests go, man. Let the guests go. KY's been quiet for a long time.
Okay,
Okay,
so let me
KY,
start.
hit it.
So let me start off with the first position of this. Let's talk about. There was a lot to unpack here. So let's first talk about the handheld, the Project Keenan. KY. So surprised?
Yes.
We knew this was
Yes.
going to be a thing eventually. So
So there's been a lot of rumors floating around right now that it could make a holiday 2025 release. I mean, I'm
Mhm.
sure we've all seen that.
right.
And I do think that if they are able to pull that off, this will not be an Xbox only hardware. This is going to be an Xbox collaboration with Razer, Acer, ROG, something like that. But if it does happen, and y'all remember when the rumor was going around, everybody's seeing it on social media, they were saying that Xbox is buying Steam because Xbox was in talks with Steam. But then we never found out what those talks were even about or what they even came to. Or what,
Mhm.
I think what that was the discussion to, hey, we're going to leave our platform open to other launchers, and we would like Steam to be front and center. And Steam looked at it and said, what? We get to sell more games and people play more games and we don't have to make more hardware? Hell yeah. So yes, I don't know about the 2025 release, but I do believe that is going to have a Windows subsystem that is more than just the kernel, which is what you get on the Xbox console. You get the kernel. You're actually going to have an operational OS that you can hop out of the universal dashboard and run launchers.
Fucking Jago.
Which will be awesome. It'll be amazing. It'll be the groundbreaking for the industry. It will really shake up the gaming landscape, and it will cement Xbox as a true platform and not a piece of plastic anymore.
And we're going to get to that in a second about that whole what it's going to evolve Xbox into in a second. But let me go ahead and get everyone else's take on this. Project Keenan. So go ahead, Sir X-Men. Rip me a new one.
No, I'm just gonna say I don't want none. I don't believe anything until I hear it officially. Because you can hear
plastic.
official thing, you can hear plastic, things forever that are supposed to be rumored, but until it is official, that's when you really should start.
But X-Men, they've been saying this as much as well. I mean, even both Phil Spencer and Sarah Bond have said, yes, we are in talks of developing some sort of handheld.
Until one of them or one of their representatives really put something out there, that's when I believe it.
Right. They've not once mentioned a specific window for sales. They've never once mentioned any type of particular hardware or specifications or anything. All they said is we might kind of sort of maybe look at making a handheld.
Like at least Nintendo, they put it out there that the Switch 2 is coming. Until I see something like that with the Switch 2, they didn't say the specs on them. They just said it's coming.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see.
Insiders are right a lot, but they're also wrong a lot. And
that's why when we discuss rumors like these, we just have to emphasize it's a rumor. If anything, we're just talking about a possibility. And in my book, as long as you acknowledge it's rumors, and I guarantee you don't shove it off as that, then it's fine to discuss it.
Correct. They can have it come out in the fall, and we don't know.
It's kind of strange to debate hypotheticals.
Well, no, we're not. I'm not necessarily saying we got to debate. It's just like, what's your thoughts on this as a possibility?
like
Like,
debate
if you're
today, I mean,
if you're
like-
not
But
interested,
it's not a possibility.
You're just a
would disagree.
handheld fanatic.
I would
No,
disagree.
I'm not. I'm really not because it's hard for me to play on the go at my job.
Yeah, I understand that.
You are driving.
I'm not really. I just don't like. I'm gonna wait.
Oh, sorry.
What are you, drunk?
Okay,
I'm
go
not
ahead.
drunk.
All right. Before I
I'm
go
not.
to you, Lemon, let me go to Loke.
No,
What do
you
you
can go to me last. Fuck it.
Loke, what do you think about this whole situation? Is this what do you feel about them going to a third party OEM as opposed to like not right now jumping in as a first party hardware thing and using somebody else and side loading another launcher on that thing? Loke.
He's snoring again.
Okay, so let me go ahead and
He hadn't done that in a while.
all right, Callie, let me go to you.
I had a terrible joke, but I held it back.
You should have
Cal-
said it.
Too much fluffing.
he was tired of fluffing. The fluffing wore him out. There you go. His jaws are sore. All right.
Oh, damn.
Callie, what's your thoughts?
Damn.
We pissed him off.
Y'all bullying this.
Damn.
Leave him alone. Why you bully me?
Hey, it's that old saying, you snooze, you lose.
Callie, my man, what's your thoughts,
Callie,
buddy?
tell us what you think. Callie, go ahead.
I don't fuck the whole thing.
I mean, I'll be honest. I could care less about this because I don't really have a use for. I don't really have a use for this because, like, I mean, if they end up using like the Windows Store as like a thing to like make this OEM out of to play Xbox games, then I don't think that many people are going to use it because a lot of people aren't going to leave Steam. Let's be honest.
It's not about that.
Isn't it? I thought like they were trying to spread. I thought they were
It's not
trying.
about leaving Steam. Mm-mm.
It's about having access to Steam on more devices.
But they're not trying to get. Well,
Callie
according
Rex.
to Phil, he's not trying
Callie
to get
Rex.
anyone to move from their platform of choice. So there you go.
Callie Rex, let me ask you a fucking question.
All right.
Is SteamOS a Linux-based operating system, or is it a fucking Windows app?
I'd say it's a Linux base.
It's not. Where did fucking Steam start?
I believe it started on Windows, but
No, there's no but. 97% of the fucking people playing on Steam is playing on laptops and desktops.
I'm aware. But the thing is, Gabe, he does want to push Linux more.
He want to push Linux, right?
Yeah.
And when you play, you got a Steam Deck?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You playing big picture mode, right?
Basically, that's what it is. But
Do you remember what big picture was doing? Do you know the definition of why they made big picture?
actually,
Make it
don't.
more console-like.
Okay. They wanted it to feel like console. And being that Windows is the main platform for Steam, they made a big picture mode to make things easier to play on PC to feel like console. You know who else did that? NVIDIA. Oh, we made an application that recognizes your hardware, so it customizes for you because most people don't know how to optimize a game for the hardware that they own. That's what these launches are about. From the Asus ROG Ally to Lenovo Go to fucking the One X player. This has nothing to do with Linux. They chose Linux because they didn't want to put Windows on their platform. Right?
Well, mainly because
because it was ease of use and they wanted a generic kernel.
No, but also Windows for like the PC version of Windows, which is all the handhelds are running right now, is too bloated for that environment.
That's my point. It's not a dedicated gaming device. So they eliminated that. But guess what? You can't play native Epic Store. You can't play native Ubisoft Store, Ubisoft Plus. You can't play nothing native but Steam games. That is not the answer. Because if we notice from PC, everybody uses a launcher and it plays the game. Even fucking Amazon has a store that you play games natively. Now, Google Play Store is now a part of Windows to play natively. No streaming in the cloud. No fucking C++, add the link. Let's put Game Pass and you're still playing through a browser. It's for a native experience. So Steam Linux version is not the answer. That's what they decided to go with for their handhelds. And guess what? You fucking can't play Destiny on it.
All right, but let me go to you, Lo. Let me go to Lo. Now that you're back, let me just pivot to the next one because handheld. Most everyone said like, okay, I think Lower Metroid that said that he's only interested in the Switch 2, and Dizzy Delta 99 said no interest.
His name is Metroid. What else would he be interested in?
Shit, I mean, if you're gonna buy one handheld, then might as well buy the one with the
fucking Raw Ally X.
You can't play Nintendo games on if you want to play Nintendo games, right?
Yes, you can. You ain't see the mods.
Yeah, I mean, not legally. Yeah,
but no, continue. I'm sorry.
Okay, so anyhow, let me go to the next topic regarding this as well.
Hold on, I didn't say my point.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay, Lo, go ahead and say, get your bars off on this. Do you have anything to comment about this whole, third-party OEM doing a new type of Windows that runs natively and blah, 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 blah?
Essentially, most of what Lemon is said. First off, it has to be native Xbox games. Otherwise, I don't care because I already have an Xbox console. I don't need an Xbox I can take with me, right? So I need native Xbox games, and I need it to be open so I can install Steam and all the other extra stuff. Otherwise, if the product, right, if this hypothetical product is either one or the other, then I'm just going to look at the price, performance, and then I'll decide if I get a ROG Ally or not. But right now, the best thing for Xbox to do is what Lemon just said. Give us everything. Give us an open platform that also has the option for you to play the kernel version of your Xbox games.
I agree. I totally agree. I mean, they need it. And that's a main problem. Like right now, yes, can you play
Buying
Xbox
that day one if that's what they offer?
Because the biggest problem right now with the Ally X is when you're playing Xbox is the Xbox Game Pass for PC. It's not as user friendly as it should be. Let's put it that way. I mean, if you're looking game for game, it's easier to go from on the Ally X into Steam and play your game quicker than it is to go into Xbox for PC and playing it. And I mean, that's my experience on the Ally X. I don't know, Lemon, what do you think? Do you agree?
And there's sorry, Lemon. There's also some fucky shit going on. There's some fucky shit going on with Xbox in my region because I pay for Xbox Ultimate, Game Pass Ultimate, but I don't have PC Game Pass. When I open PC Game Pass on my PC, it says your region doesn't have.
Yeah, that's a region thing though.
Yeah,
that's not really Xbox. That's a region thing. Like people ain't got Netflix all over the planet.
How come PC exactly? But Netflix is Netflix. Why is it that Game Pass on the console, my region is fine? Game Pass, because I'm using the same profile.
Right.
Game Pass on the PC, you don't have access to that. That makes no sense.
No,
I need more clarification on that end.
Okay,
especially if you're paying the price for it, you're not getting it. Like, shit,
I think one of the best things Xbox actually did was, on hindsight, of course, hindsight's 2020 being what it is, making the Series S and having it being underpowered compared to the X.
Oh, here we go again.
No, it allowed them to. It allowed like these developers that were developing these games when they were porting it to the Series S. Now, because of the chip, they can now easily port those same games to any handheld as well, because the handhelds run on the same power narrative as the Series S did, plus or minus a certain percentage. So yeah, so that I think that worked out for it. Huh? Okay, go ahead.
Ready.
Go ahead, Lemon.
First of all, I've been in a couple chats, hearing the exact facts, not this rumored shit. First off, we're going to go into the Jez comment that I got into Dirt Gritty about. He posted exactly this. Xbox is making a handheld that is partnered. He didn't say a system that is partnered to have a native Xbox app. He said Xbox is making, and they're not making anything. They have future plans to bring out a handheld later on down the line with their own store that basically will be your Xbox dashboard. They're working on that now. Right now with the Asus ROG Ally and all the PC handhelds, right? Windows is not a fucking gaming operating system. It's an operating system that have gaming apps and stores. That's number one. That includes everything under the sun. That's why I didn't buy a fucking Steam Deck. Could have been bought a Steam Deck for fucking $349. That's fucking nothing. This is what I'm telling people. And when I went into the debate on Twitter, people try to debate me. How the fuck can you debate me? And I'm telling you the facts. The facts of the matter is they're not making any handheld. They're making the software and they're weeding out how to make it seamless transition from the Xbox platform, play anywhere, from your fucking NVIDIA Shadow to, because if you got a ROG Ally, Mr. Wize, they have the Xbox Cloud app separate from the Game Pass app. Am I correct? The Xbox app. Okay. Yep. Now, this is not a case of what people are running off with because one dude started this shit. Tom Warren contradict what the fuck just said. He said it is not a first-party device. Asus is making something, and Microsoft is putting the software on it to test it. They could upgrade the fucking ROG Ally, the One X Player, the Lenovo Go, Legion Go with the same fucking app. It's not about the hardware because, like I said in the beginning, these companies make a software to recognize your hardware to take advantage of it. You have a ROG Ally. You know the deal. What I hate is when Jez says something, and I said, that ain't the fucking facts. He's doing shit to create an environment of people to click onto. Xbox is making a handheld. It is not coming out this year. And I want people to fucking clip this, remember it when it happens. They are not making a handheld that is Xbox. They're taking their platform and they're trying to make an app to make it seamless between the two. Now, let's get to the Windows Store. You got Windows Store games. You got Epic games, right? You got game that have Windows games. You also have the Steam Store. Natively, you don't go to Steam and say, oh, I'm playing on xCloud. No, you download the fucking game and play it. There is no fucking, and if you notice what they released this week, 1,000 Play Anywhere games. Play Anywhere games does not mean Microsoft Store. Play Anywhere games means play anywhere. So if you own it on Xbox, you can download it from the Steam Store and still play it natively. No streaming, no fucking add a browser link to stream it or cloud it. No, they're making something specific. We have been bamboozled. And shout out to Tom Warren, who I don't agree with because he insulted my boy Hip Hop Game, and I wanted to put hands and feet on him. Shout out to Hip Hop for making peace. But these guys go out here and they say shit which are not the facts. You also got an EA Play Store that nobody talks about to get Battlefield. Nobody says that.
I heard Battlefield.
Hold on. Calm down. Calm down. We also have a BattleNet. Right?
Yeah.
To play Diablo. When you download Diablo, you have to download the BattleNet to go along with the Xbox app, which is seamless across the board, right? You get all of your saves, everything you play in your console transfers over, Indiana Jones transfers over, certain games, which is a lot of them, they transfer over. We talked about this last time. I'm not going to buy no PlayStation games unless they do the whole cloud save. Shout out to Paris for pulling up to my chat the other day and said, Lemon is 1000% correct. Only thing with Sony is if they do the unified system, they're gonna make you double dip on PC. Whereas Microsoft ain't doing that today. That's why they announced that 1,000 games plus play anywhere. The new Sega game, Metaphor, all these games are play anywhere, no matter where the fuck you download it from. So they want to make their own app that incorporates everything. They are not making a fucking handheld. I want my boy Colt made a video. I said, Colt, man, wow. And I know Colt knows because he's in the same circles. They are not making a handheld. What they're doing is they're testing the market for their own app to keep all the ecosystems in one place. That's why Steam did it with Linux, right? They only can control shit on Steam. They not in part. They are enemies with fucking Epic. Ain't nothing on Epic works on fucking Steam. Not on fucking Steam. Not on the Steam Deck. Nothing is native. Only thing native is their shit. That's it. And we have to keep things in perspective. We can't run out here and say, oh, Microsoft's doing this. Microsoft ain't doing shit. They told you our handheld won't be ready till 26 or 27 when our new console launches, because we want to bring everything in. They're not rushing. These other companies, they're just putting Windows on it. Now that Windows is there, you have access to every fucking store. As in Steam Deck, you don't. So it's not a general situation. It's not a Linux-based situation because fucking Steam OS is not Linux. Steam OS is a Windows platform. They decided to go Linux for their device. That don't make it general. That make it we doing our own shit for our own store, which I ain't mad at them for that either. But that is that's what's going on. And all this, Jez said, fucking Jez ain't right. He's not right. He could be right about the Keenan shit, which we know is software. A lot of people don't know that. But me being in certain chats, they're working hard to bring a platform that's unified so they can have Xbox Play Anywhere. Right now, whatever I play on my Xbox, even if it's Play Anywhere, I download from the Windows Store, but I open it in my Xbox app. When I open up fucking Diablo 4, it opens in the Xbox app, but you got to download Battle.net. When I open EA Play, it's the same shit. Fucking, this is why people got to get the experience. When you download Battlefield on Xbox, let's say if it's in Game Pass or 2K game, you got to download the store that's going to make it work. You still playing on your Xbox.
But what I do want to say that, yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. You're still playing in the Xbox platform, but you need these other apps for the shit to work.
I agree.
Including Diablo 4.
And that's the problem that I have. Like, KY, you can chime in on this one for me. Right now, gaming on the PC, if you're coming from a console environment, is very complicated in the sense that
very difficult.
Yeah, you've got Battle.net for your Blizzard games, and then you've got Xbox app for your Xbox games. Then you've got Steam for games that are on Steam. Then you got the Epic Store for Epic Store. Then you got Ubisoft. Then you got EA Play. If there is a way, if do you think Xbox will do something? Because they were talking about Jason Ronald, who's the head of next gen for Xbox,
the lead engineer.
Yeah, they said that he is going to be giving a talk where he is going to be showing the new platform of Xbox. Now, that is what I want as a console player. Like, I want to be able to build a PC, install this one app, and that app sort of does all the heavy lifting for me. So, like, I can buy the game. I don't have to sit there and say, okay, I got to buy this at the Epic Store and then launch the Epic launcher to play the fucking game. You know? So
that's what they're doing.
Do you think that's what they're going to do, KY?
No. Oh, bad.
KY.
Yes.
What do you think they're going to ease that experience, or are they going to keep it as convoluted as it is and just make the Xbox app better?
I believe you're going to see they're going for a full
integration,
a full unified dashboard. Yeah, a full unified dashboard. You're gonna see the same dashboard, and there are people right now already running the beta for this dashboard on their PCs and their Xboxes, and it looks and acts identical.
Yes.
So,
really?
Yes.
Yeah, they've been doing that over 2 years.
When this happens, when this rolls out, it's going to be a game changer. When it first launched, there were some hiccups, but you noticed how Game Pass started adding games, or the cloud streaming service started adding games that you already owned.
Mm-hmm.
That was because of the unified dashboard in beta testers' hands. That came out because they were like, if I've got a unified dashboard, I should be able to access everything that I own. So they took the 50 most played games, most owned games, and they threw them on there. And I mean, we're coming to that point. Just like when you open Steam, no matter what device you open Steam on,
it works.
It's very familiar. It works.
Yep.
Unless it's your phone. With your phone,
Yep.
you can still go on there and buy stuff from the store and stuff, but you can't actually launch a game with Steam on your phone. But on a tablet, you can.
Yep.
Because on a tablet, it's the identical interface that it is on your PC.
Mm-hmm.
And they're heading that way. I don't really understand. I think that Xbox got caught up because of the environment that they entered, because of the way PlayStation and Nintendo ran things for so long with walled off gardens, the way consoles were. When Xbox entered the fray, they took the same approach, and that got them so far away from Windows that coming back and integrating everything and making everything work across devices just became that much harder. And they really needed to hit that reset button and go back and say, all right, look, we're not going to compete in the console space anymore. We're going to compete in the platform space. And so we need to stretch this and make it as accessible on every device and OS that we can.
All right,
And
let me ask you a question, KY. I'm going to ask you a
Go ahead.
question. First of all, you're 1,000% correct. And I want people, this is why we need more people watching, because we talking real shit here. But I'm going to say this. Do you know when that first started, KY? Do you know when that whole thing of trying to unify console, PC, or do you know when that started?
I believe it was after it. It's been a while. I believe it was just before the release of the Series console.
Mm-mm. It was way before that.
I'm
gonna give you the game.
All the way back on Dan Matrix watch when
360.
he launched the Xbox One.
No,
Even before that, I mean, the main reason the main reason Xbox came into fruition to begin with was because Bill Gates was scared of the PlayStation. He thought that the PlayStation 2 was straight up a
talking about two
PC.
different things right now.
No, what I'm saying.
Hold on, let him finish.
So it was a straight up PC, and he was worried about the home environment not being Windows based, and that's why he greenlit the original Xbox so that they.
But what did he say?
Have it.
Do you remember what he said? I want an Xbox to be everything.
Mm-hmm.
I want it to be a centerpiece.
Yeah.
So let me hit on what K-Bob Bob was saying. I'm gonna tell you what game started that shit. What series started that shit? It was called Games for Windows.
Yep.
Which was console and PC combined. You know what the problem was with the 360? x86 architecture, right? They was trying to shit back with 360 because they're a PC company who got into consoles. So they wanted to make a unified Games for Windows was the title. And the first game was Shadowrun. You remember that?
Yeah, Shadowrun.
The multiplayer, right. And they couldn't get it to work because the two entities were so different. Now that we have way more
and Test Drive Ferrari was cross-platform between the 360 and the PC, because me and my buddy used to do that all the time, cross-play.
So it's like the problem is not console, because every console from day one with fucking Nintendo had their own interface.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you had a Genesis, you had a Super or Nintendo, right? Super Nintendo. They both had their own dashboards. They did their games differently. What Microsoft is doing, being that they're a PC-based company and the lead software giant on the planet. Let's keep it real. They are the lead in PC. Let's bring all this shit to fruition. Now, remember when Steam was the most dominant force on PC? There was no fucking EA store. There was no Ubi Play Store.
Well, that's what
There was
motivated
no
them to
Epic.
make their own stores.
Right.
Was the success
Right.
of Steam. Right.
Right. So now with Xbox, you buying EA games, you buying Ubisoft games, you buying Epic games, Bethesda games, Battle.net games. Now that these places have their own shit, Microsoft is still winning because, like I said, with the ROG Ally, with any of these Windows-based platforms, you can still play through the Xbox app. You can still play through it. You just got to download the stores to get the check the box, say you can play it, and you can play still on the Xbox app. What they're trying to do is make one unified system to bring everything together, which is hard because PC, it's like boxing. There's no sanctioning bodies. Everybody's a fucking mercenary on their own. Epic tried to do custom, exclusive games, and people on PC was like, "What the fuck you mean exclusive to your store?" Excuse me.
You okay?
Yeah.
Want me to come back to you get some water?
No, but it's like it's like the ecosystem on PC, they're like fucking mercenaries. Microsoft is just trying to unify it because all the games in all these stores are sold on different platforms on PC. The first time I've ever seen these games, like I said, I downloaded Diablo 4, on the the Xbox app. But they said you got to download Battle.net and sign in. I said, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
it's PC. That's why it's not simplified like a console. You don't have to do that on console. So they're figuring out a way where you don't have to do that shit no more. Just fucking download the shit from your Xbox and go on your Xbox app and just download it without the help of every other fucking app. That was always been
the biggest headache, right?
On PC though.
Right. Yeah. It was all these launchers that you had to do. This launcher for this game, this launcher for that game. They're just trying to consolidate the launchers, basically. Yeah. So let me go to you. Let me go to you, Nova. No, as primarily a PlayStation player, does this if this sort of comes out to fruition that okay, they're going to make a handheld, and now rumors are also
my preferred platform, and I don't own a Portal.
No. What I'm saying is like, what if? Okay, so the rumor is that my
point is that it's irrelevant to me because I'm not interested in it. I'm primarily a console and TV gamer. I don't.
Me and you both, bro. Me and you both.
So this news doesn't really have any impact on me or doesn't have anything do anything to me personally. So
it doesn't move the needle for you saying, okay, you said before that you're probably not going to buy the next Xbox console, but what if it had that situation?
I never fucking said that. I will absolutely buy whatever the next Xbox console is. If it happens to be a handheld hybrid thing that has to dock like the Switch, so be it. But like they make a new console, I'm buying the new console. I'm a fucking console gamer.
Facts. It's simplified. That's why. Remember I told that story about my homeboy I talked into buying a ROG Ally? Every day he calling me. Yo, Lim, I can't get it to work. I got to walk him through simple shit like Call of Duty. Right? Because PC, we all know, it's not for the console people. They pretend, oh, I got PC. No, the fuck you don't, because it's not as easy as you think because of all these apps. Shout out to Steam for being one of the most successful app, but when people say, oh, Steam really is Linux. No, the fuck it's not. That's a Windows app. That's where they got the success from. It didn't come from Steam Deck. We got to stop fucking like dreamlanding these fake thoughts. It's a Windows
Linux
app.
Is just their operating system, people.
Yes. And it's an operating system that has less than 0.5% computers connected to the internet. Nobody uses that shit. They did that to monopolize their situation, but when people like my man Cognito, I got a Steam Deck, but I wanted to play Destiny. Nah, dude, no security with that fucking Linux. No go.
Hey, Cozy, how you doing?
So that's what it is. You know, I don't knock Jez for what he said, but he's definitely playing a word game.
Yeah, there might have been a little bit of deception going on.
Yeah, it was deception. Xbox ain't releasing shit.
Somebody else is it's basically,
right. So basically what he's, and they're gonna use the operating system to test it out on. That's different.
Yeah, well,
Kobe,
I mean,
Wonder
basic.
Woman today.
Hey,
Hey,
Cozy, how
Wize.
you doing, darling? Is your
Wonder
mic working
Woman.
finally?
Oh yeah, I
Nice,
just had to
man.
put
How's your week been going? What you been doing? What you been playing?
What you drinking, Cozy?
the water. H2O.
You lying.
I'm not actually.
What
I
you been
do
doing?
have-
you should-
How's
you
your
should
week been
play
going? What you been doing? What you
limeade.
been?
Play her theme song. That dong, da dong, dong, dong.
That's not. This is not alcoholic. I haven't been drinking alcohol.
Why you got 2 cups,
All right,
motherfucker?
no, this
You
is
got a left
this is
and right
Cozy's new
water
theme
cup?
song. This is Cozy's new theme song.
She was drinking gin straight out of the bottle last week.
This is water, and this is a lemon limeade.
You like lemon, don't you? I know you do, baby. It's all right.
She likes
Hey,
drinking
Wize, I'm gonna
lemonade.
go ahead and
Yeah.
bounce. I don't want to just
Yeah.
Spanish on you guys, but I'm gonna go ahead and disappear for today.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question.
All right.
This is
Later,
this is the quote of the day, and I want you to hear, Lo. Cozy, do you know what fluffer is?
Shit, she missed the whole discussion about that.
No. I'm asking her a real question. Do you know what a fluffer is, Cozy?
You know what? Something that you need to perform every time.
See, Lo, don't co-sign that no more, bro. That's your sister. Oh no, that's your,
Yeah, because you missed it. He said, "I would rather be a fluffer than play." What was that this game he was playing? The Dustborn again.
Yeah.
that's what he said, Cozy. Because
He's
fucking
lying. He's lying.
yo, listen, that
Look at the
chupacabra
beginning of the
killer.
show. You see
He set my boy up, and Loke is my brother. I don't give a fuck. I co-sign. He the only dude that come on the internet that look like he weighing 10 pounds of Vaseline that I fuck with. That's a fact. Sorry, Loke. I know it's late. I'm sorry, bro.
All right, let's move on. Death. Let me go to before we lose Loke to sleep. Let's talk about his game of choice here.
Oh, Coach
Death
Amazon.
Death Stranding 2. So yeah, they had a big only Kojima can do a 10-minute introduction about a game that ain't coming out till I think what is it, May or April? End of
Fucking
April,
South
May.
by Southwest, which is usually for films and TV.
Yeah,
and
and leave it him to do that, right? So it was, but I can say this: I don't know about. I hope we are not, doing 100 elbows and transporting shit. But it looks like there might be a little bit of it, but it looks more action packed than the previous one
Well,
did.
supposedly you heard a lot of the feedback from the last one where people were saying there wasn't enough action and shit.
It wasn't.
And
Did you beat
there,
it?
there wasn't. Yeah.
You gotta walk.
a walking simulator for a guy that
And
can't
not
walk.
just in the
That's
game,
messed
motherfucker.
up.
That shit was boring.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We
No,
love
I
you.
mean,
Future.
it looked good to me. I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to say it
No,
was.
they both look good until you played it.
Yeah, well, that's true. This is
That
true.
shit got more
But no,
mountains
but
than
this-
somebody's crater face.
This trailer still does pretty much show that you are still delivering shit. So if anyone's like, "Oh, we're not delivering shit anymore," I'm like, "Well, you need to watch the fucking trailer again because he's clearly delivering shit."
You gonna play the
but-
trailer so I can go to sleep?
There's also, man, you know,
Why
that
does
trailer
that
was
look
dope.
like the Matrix?
But that shit looks like a fucking movie, man. Like why
Every
doesn't this
game
man
he
make
do
a
look
movie?
like a movie.
Yeah.
Why
but-
doesn't this man just make a fucking
Because
movie?
because it would flop.
Do you think Kojima actually wants to make a real movie one day?
It would flop.
Yeah.
It would flop. He does things that he couldn't budget for in an actual movie.
He's very eclectic.
Like
Looking
his
at-
movies will be weird art house movies, and you don't get big time people to be like, "Yeah, we'll give you money, real money for an art house movie."
I'm looking at Cozy's shirt and all I could think of Stars and Stripes.
Stars and stars. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, let me go to you, Loke. What was your takeaway? Because you're the biggest Kojima fan that we have on this podcast. So I know you were probably ecstatic when this guy put on his headband and became like a pseudo Solid Snake. Were you?
I have nothing of value to add to this conversation. I'm a fan. I'm a fanatic.
You're a fanatic for
It's in-
Death
It's in
Stranding?
the word. It's in the word. I'm a
Oh, the
fanatic.
baby's
I'm
all
gonna
a little
buy it
grown up.
as soon as it comes out. If you can discuss it, I have nothing else to add. For me, it's the second most anticipated game. The number one for me is Metal Gear Solid Delta. The rest is up to you.
Talk that shit, bro.
Were you excited to see the guy that looked like Solid Snake? That's what everyone was erupting about.
He doesn't look like Solid Snake. People
just got a
can wear
headband on.
bandanas, all right?
Right.
People can wear clothes. All right. The next
Yeah,
guy
but like,
that
this
shorts on
Magellan
is
ship
John
looks like
Cena,
the top of Metal
right?
Gear.
The
Yeah.
next guy that wears shorts is John Cena. Is that what we're doing? The next
You
guy
be
is
looking at
John
John
Cena.
Come
Cena's
on now,
shorts?
but you
Wait,
can't.
wait,
Come
wait.
on now, look. I think you're capping a little bit here.
Yeah,
Come
no,
on,
listen,
sometimes you know the
between
reference is
headband
in
thing,
your
that was-
face
that
here.
was
You know.
that was clearly meant to look like Snake.
Yes,
the
it was.
Magellan ship
Thank
looks
you.
like
Thank you.
Metal
have the
Gear.
Thank you,
beard.
Super.
Like he's clearly
He doesn't even
giving
have the
nods to
fucking
Metal Gear.
beard.
Did you see the teaser trailer
doesn't
when he
even
jumped
have-
in the box? Did you see that? You forgot about that? And people say, "Oh, he's making Metal Gear."
Sometimes I think Loke needs to hang out at the Blue Oyster Bar.
Right.
Right. You had to see Police Academy to
Yeah.
understand that reference, folks.
No, but graphically, this looks like a next gen game to me.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
Yotai didn't cut it
doing
to
some
me.
work.
Huh?
What do you mean, yo? First of all,
It's not out yet, is it?
No.
First of
I don't even
all,
know.
the first game looked amazing.
Yeah.
That wasn't the fucking problem.
I'm not saying it was a fucking problem. I'm just saying
This looks like the first game. The Decima engine is a fucking beast.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the Decima engine. Like
It-
people
this
make a big.
amazing.
one does looks more involved. Though. Like there is an emphasis on combat and shit. I don't know. Is it going to be 2080? Like I have no fucking idea. But it clearly looks like there's more of an emphasis. You actually get to use guns this time and not just fucking piss grenades.
And you could turn into one of them enemies and fight giant shit.
Here's the good part. It's going to be everywhere except Nintendo.
Is it? I thought it was.
Yo.
No, it's multi-plat. It's multi-plat.
I'm gonna
Which
call
would
it.
hang itself if you told
It
me it was going
has
to have
like a so-called 3-month exclusivity to Sony, which that's not factual. People,
Do you have an article for this?
all I know, I don't want to see no more babies in piss bottles. Off Kelly.
Okay, so we're just saying it's going to be
Wait, for real?
multi-plat. We don't have any.
Yeah,
evidence that it's going
it
to
was
be
a
Yeah,
piss.
but so there's no evidence saying it's going to be multi-plat. We're just assuming it is. Is that what you're saying, Luke?
The insiders.
I'm
Jet-
asking a question because I'd rather buy this on PC, but if it's going to be exclusive, then I'm going to buy it on the PS5.
Well,
That's why I'm being
PS5
very
is double dip when
assuming
it comes to PC.
PlayStation
Oh,
has
fuck
kind of
that.
set the precedent that all of their first party games are going to PC. It just is how long? Is it a year? Is it fucking 90 days? Like, what's
Right.
the time frame?
Remember,
It's rumored. It's rumored.
Considering the
Kojima
Death
got a
Stranding
deal.
1 is on PC, I don't see a case where Death Stranding 2 on the beach does not come to PC.
It
Okay,
didn't
No,
come day
we're
one, but it
it's
also
coming to
hit.
Xbox also.
Hold on,
Kojima
but it
got out
also.
of that deal for that, so he can put
Hold
his
on.
games anywhere now.
But hold on,
I don't know, but I didn't hear
it
that.
also came to PC Game Pass.
Yeah, it was free there,
So
Yeah, PC Game Pass not in my region, so that doesn't.
and
matter.
it's on
Again,
Xbox now.
As far as the
So-
delay,
next.
as far
And,
as the
and,
delay is
and Death
concerned,
Stranding 1 is on Xbox now.
I'm
too,
only
so.
willing to wait maximum.
Nobody
6
gives
months.
2 fucks.
No, but like you. So why don't you? You're gonna. So let me say this. Do you think it's just more of the same, or do you think they're going to change anything here?
Who's that for?
You.
Watch the trailer, man.
Yeah,
Of course, they
everything
change
was
stuff. It's
Yeah.
it's the same like story rich story, but lots of action. You can see
It
lots
does.
there's even
It does
fucking
look
mechs,
better.
bro.
It does look
There's
better than the
mechs in
first
it.
one. It does
There's
look better than the
fucking-
first one.
It looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun.
And
It's even got,
Kojima
like, some
cuts.
anime themes in it.
Right,
that
Kojima
Kojima
cutscenes are
himself
always
comes up.
amazing. Kojima always he's a great director and programmer and art direction, but it does
y'all
look
hear-
better.
Y'all hear the drama about this game? People are complaining about the Black Doctor.
What?
The what? The
Yeah,
what?
they complaining about the
Yo,
bald
listen,
lady.
we're not gonna
That's the
respond to
Black Doctor.
stupidness. They
I
fucking
know,
don't like
they
it.
say
They don't
ridiculous,
like
dude.
Yasuke.
People's
They
stupid.
don't like Yasuke because they're racist fucking pussies.
It's sad, man. It's totally
It's sad, but you know what? No matter how much you don't like black people, we ain't fucking going nowhere.
No, but like,
Fuck.
okay, so what was the deal with the whole
Just like Nebraska, we don't care.
So we don't know officially if this thing is coming out. Go ahead.
They didn't say anything
about this black chick.
They didn't say
If
anything
you
about
watch
it going
the
everywhere, but it
video-
will.
If you watch the video, this is where you see motherfuckers are just racist. If you watch the video,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
pause it on her still. Sumo is the one who pointed it out. I hadn't seen it.
Where she has
If
two
you
right
notice,
hands.
her left hand is also her right hand. They made a mistake. They glitched. It looks like she has two right hands.
The doctor?
Bro,
No
it's
one-
cool. I
no
bet
one
she does
fucking
have two right
noticed.
hands.
You're
What?
kidding? You're serious? about that?
Probably.
Yeah.
Wait, she actually does have two right
That
hands?
would make sense.
It's
Come on.
Kojima. And Kojima has been spending months cutting this fucking trailer.
That's
I
fair.
don't think he.
That's
I don't
fair.
think he saw two right hands and was like, "Oh, yeah." I'm
Either
sure.
way,
there's
no
two
one-
right hands in the
I'm
trailer.
sure they fixed it. I'm sure they
It's
fixed
Either
it.
way, no one pointed that shit out. Everyone's just talking about, look at the black lady.
No, I don't. Weren't that many people saying that? It's something
Right
like
there.
more like people, drifters were saying that, and then
I've seen like 3 people on Twitter, and I don't
and
think they were
actual
complaining because she's
fans,
black. It's
he
because
does weird shit. No one like that's what his thing is. Like you can't be like
No, she actually has one hand turned in
no,
and the
bro.
other one straight. Like
Nope,
she's
that's
getting
wrong.
ready.
No,
those are
nope.
two clearly same
Listen,
Yes.
dude, both hands have the fingers curled in. You can't
Yes.
turn your hand.
Oh,
the other
yeah,
way.
they
Curl the
do.
fucking
Yes.
fingers
Those
the
are
other
two
way.
of the same directional thumbs.
Yes, they're
Okay.
2 right hands.
Yeah, that's messed up.
Yeah,
That should
I
not
didn't notice that. Good pull, Logan. I didn't notice that.
But what I did hear on
Sumo did.
Twitter, which the Twitter minorities don't matter because they're a bunch of piece of shit bastards. Why the fuck is she in every game?
Because
She's
it's
not
never
in every
fucking
game.
Wilson.
She's in a lot of games.
He's in a lot
She's
of
in a
stuff.
lot. She is very popular as an actress in games. What the fuck does it matter?
So is Troy Baker.
So it's Keith
Right,
David.
listen.
I
just
think
like-
that
just-
the big difference between the two there is Troy Baker though is usually not his likeness. With Deborah Wilson,
Bullshit.
it's almost always her likeness.
Bullshit.
Okay, but I'ma say
someone
this.
someone said that shit on Twitter. I
Talk that
should have
shit,
fucking
Lo.
bookmarked that shit. Someone
should've.
actually replied. Someone replied showing that there's 4 or 5 games that came out in the last 5 years with Troy Baker's face on it.
Right,
and
you're
no one's
misunderstanding me.
bitching.
I'm not saying that Troy
Right.
Baker has never had his likeness used. I'm saying with Deborah Wilson, I think they use her likeness almost every time. They use her likeness a
Yeah,
lot.
they do.
No.
But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna give you some.
So-
I'm gonna give you some
Yeah,
experience.
I
I'm gonna
think
give
that's why people aren't complaining about Troy Baker is because
No.
you don't really see his
No.
likeness in games.
He also
I'ma
looks
get-
like
for
a
me
generic white guy.
personally,
No.
I've only
She does
seen
a lot
him,
of
his
jobs
likeness in
without
Death
her
Stranding.
face on.
but hold on. I'm gonna say
She
this.
does a lot of jobs without her face on.
Oh,
People
100%.
just don't know her name. She
Right.
has
Yeah.
a face.
She's been
that's
doing voice
easily-
acting and
easily
animation.
She's been in
recognizable.
animes too for DC.
Yeah.
But let me say this. Let me say this. Shout out to the stupid fucks that insulted Star Wars Outlaws and said that the character doesn't look like the voice actor. Let me explain to you, fucking dummies,
Why
something.
should I have to?
Most of these voice actors do not fucking look like the character. They're just doing the voice, you fucking
Oh my
idiots.
goodness!
Yeah, because you
Ratchet and
assholes
Clank
don't
voice
know that.
actors don't look like Ratchet and
Yes.
Clank.
Yo,
Did
thank
y'all
you,
know
thank
that
you,
Bart
thank you,
Simpson was
thank
a
you.
woman? Did you know that
Fucking
Bart
ignorant
Simpson
Twitter
was a
dickheads.
woman, people?
We need to cast rodents to play Ratchet and Clank.
Yo,
Someone,
listen.
It's appropriation
someone
of
call the
Wize.
police.
Who the fuck does Master Splinter look like? Any
My
of the
uncle.
Ninja Turtles, do they look like the actor that's voice acting them? You fucking Twitter dicks. You uncircumcised
I don't know if
dicks.
people understand this, but Josh Brolin is not like 7 feet tall and fucking purple.
He does have
Thank
jawline,
you.
though. He does
Thank
have
you.
that jawline.
We are surrounded by idiots who regurgitate shit so much they outnumber the people with sense. It's retarded.
It's in the name. It's in the name. Actors. Actor.
Right. Actresses,
Act-
Not
right?
even just that,
Oh, God.
voice actor, as in they're lending their fucking voice.
Yo, listen,
Dumb
and I'm
motherfuckers.
gonna also
something
tell you
that
something
they're
from
not.
experience, right? Being on 4G QTV, we I can't think of her name. Clowns could tell you her name. She was saying we are playing as certain characters that's female, that's voiced by men.
Well, let me say this. Okay, and I'll
What the
I'll
fuck
say
are we
this till the
doing
day
here?
I die. And
Goku
here you go,
is,
Sir X-Men.
is
This
voiced
my
by a
Nintendo.
woman in the Japanese dub.
So is
Goku
Riley
is voiced
from
by a woman.
fucking Boondocks.
Bart Simpson's voiced by a girl. in the
Regina
movie.
King.
Have you seen the behind the scene footage of her having
Kratos.
a back and forth with
Yes.
herself?
Yes.
It is amazing.
Amazing.
Kratos is voiced by a
and
black
Riley
guy.
is a fucking
Come on.
boy.
The fact
Boy.
that she can have a back and forth with herself.
Yes, it was
A
awesome.
complete conversation with herself in two different voices.
I
is
knew I
like,
liked you, Wonder
damn.
Woman. You know your shit. You know your shit, Wonder Woman. Shout out to you drinking those lemons. I see you, baby.
Well, what does well? I can tell you this much for a fact: Chris Pratt does not look a thing like Mario.
Matter
I'll
of
say
fact,
that much.
I know,
does
right?
Vin Diesel
Well,
look
it
like
doesn't
Groot,
sound like him
motherfucker? Does Vin Diesel look like Groot? Because he says
That's a
one
good
thing:
one.
I am Groot.
I am Groot.
Does he look like fucking Vin Diesel? You fucking dummies!
But he looks like
technically three things
Iron
right there.
12
Giant.
million or 14 million the same. Fuck. Say one thing. Fuck. It's a lot
And
of
historically, one of the most famous voice actors of all time is in anime Goku.
Yes.
He is a female.
Female.
Yeah.
Female. You fucking weirdos.
Yeah, they use females a lot to voice.
They
younger
use
boys
anybody
and
to
men.
voice anything.
Right.
Well, no, it's usually most of the time females who are voicing younger men.
Bobby
They-
Hill.
Yeah,
You don't
look.
really see it go the other
Let
way
me
around.
let me ask you.
The
Yo,
most
Super.
famous actor to do voice that's black is David Keith from the original Gargoyles
Yes,
to other
yes,
series.
yes, yes.
He's the
But
most
let me
famous
ask you a
one.
question.
Keith
Let me ask you a
David.
question.
Yeah, Keith David. Yeah.
Put on the glasses. Yeah.
Does
Classic
Chris?
fight.
Yo, listen. Wait, Chris Pratt? Does he look like Mario?
That's why I said Chris Pratt does not look a thing like Mario.
You fucking idiots on
To
Twitter.
be
First of
fair,
all, I think they
honestly
should round
don't even
all
wanna
y'all
hear
up.
him.
They should round all the idiots up on Twitter, put them on an island, and fucking nuke it.
And while we're
Get rid
at
of
it,
these motherfuckers.
okay, Seth
That would be
MacFarlane does
like
not look a
a
thing like
large-
Stewie Griffin.
Right. Like what the fuck?
Or the other 90,000 characters who voiced on
Right.
that fucking
Like what
show.
the fuck, man?
Doesn't
look like the
The guy who does
character.
Gene's voice in Bob's Burgers actually looks like Gene.
Yo, listen, people are weird, man, and this is why I love social media, man. I get entertained, but social media, being on cell phones,
It's
they gave all the idiots a voice,
their brains are fried. Their brains are
yeah,
fried. They're
and they don't know how to
absolutely
business. They don't know how to business work.
David Keith also
I remember I was
voiced
having a
Spawn.
conversation with someone recently,
I love
and
that.
they were like, "Oh, you don't have anything to say back to me," and I just like let them win in their head, because the thing is, one thing, I'm never going to have a discourse with someone who I'm like, "Yeah, you are clearly not intellectually capable of."
They don't understand. Yo, listen,
It's not so much lemon that it gave everyone a voice. It gave everyone a voice, and these dumb motherfuckers also think everyone wants to hear their voice.
Yo,
So
yo,
nobody
facts,
knows what you think.
facts, facts. The other night, back from the dead, said, "Lemon, why you so mad?" I said, "Cause I'm fucking. I hate." Yo, first of all, I always say this slogan in my life, right? They said, "Lemon, how you doing?" I'm like, "I'm good. Long as the fucking idiots stay in my life, I'm fine. I'm fine." Because I don't like idiots. But when you do social media, we are outnumbered. The people with sense are outnumbered by idiots. It's disgusting,
Never
this
watch
shit
someone
they say.
applaud someone being loud and wrong, and you're like, "Well, actually," and everyone's like, "Never," and you're just like, "Never mind, never mind."
Look what I said about Yasuke, right? I was with Back from the Dead, his wife, a couple other people, Crazy Lou, and he was like, "But Lemon, Yasuke wasn't a samurai. Nobody fucking said he was a samurai. Nobody said that. He was a sword bearer, which is basically the vice president to a fucking samurai. It's an honorable position, right? I said before this game was announced, how about you do a little homework on the history? I said, let me keep it simple for you because you motherfuckers are app guys. Why don't you go to Netflix and watch the Yasuke story, and it tells you the history, how he was a slave and a sword bearer and how he had to go into hiding in Japan after his samurai lord got slaughtered. That story is not new. That's in Japanese history. Shout out to the Iron Lords for bringing that teacher in Japan who teaches Japanese history and says this dude has a 7-foot statue in the middle of Japan that people respect him. But you get these people who got the smaller voice. Oh, there's no black samurais. How the fuck would you know? You don't even know American history. What the fuck you know about Japanese history? Because I don't know too much about Japanese history.
They also take ownership of things that they like as if it's theirs, and they get to.
This game is gonna. You know what he said to me? Cozy, you know what he said to me? This game is gonna flop because they got a black samurai.
It's like Shredder. You think Shredder was really a ninja? Shredder learned by mocking the master he was living with. He didn't train him, he just learned.
How about this, X-Men? Fucking Ninja Turtles not real.
I know.
They're fucking turtle ninjas.
And neither the characters that these guys play either.
They are fucking turtle ninjas. But nobody gives a fuck that they made turtles ninjas.
No, let me say this. I'm going to play devil's advocate here. I can understand the pushback saying, okay, if you're finally making an Assassin's Creed game in Japan, you want to play like a Japanese samurai. I get that. But at the same time, to say, okay, this guy was never a samurai, well, how in the fuck do you know? We don't really know what he was exactly, plus or minus. He may have been.
No. He was not a samurai. I'm telling you. He was not a samurai. He was a sword bearer. He carried his swords and his master's swords. He was this is in the history
But
books.
this is a piece of fiction, okay? This
No,
is a
it
piece
is.
of
It's a
fiction.
video game, but this is where I'm saying where people take the shit.
Yeah.
He technically is in the history books of fucking Japan. Who are you to say something in the United States being an Easterner? Who are you to say Westerner, excuse me. Westerner, who are you to dictate their history?
Exactly. I mean,
that's not your fucking place.
I mean, as I said, again, I can understand why people are like sort of like taken aback, like, okay, well, we finally get a game based in Japan, but we're not playing as a
fucking play as the fucking female, you bitch ass.
Yeah, well, there is an option for you. That's what I'm saying. They
like, come on,
and it's called Xbox 360.
Let's be honest. They were going to play as the female anyway.
Yo, listen. How many motherfuckers? How many motherfuckers we know to pretend to be a thug, aka Tupac? He ain't no thug. He was a good actor. He was an artist, right? He wasn't no fucking thug.
Lil Wayne.
Right?
People don't know this, but Lil Wayne has his master's degree.
Yo, listen. What I'm saying is, this is a fictional situation. Enjoy the fucking game. You think Valhalla, Assassin's
actually
Creed,
happened,
right? You think Assassin's Creed Origins, which is my favorite, you think I was fighting they was fighting Anubis?
Okay, let me go ahead and say this too as well. There wasn't a guy who
devil's advocate. If I was playing Assassin's Creed Valhalla and the character options included a 4'2" Chinese man who historically visited Sweden, I'd be like, "What the fuck's this guy doing in this game?"
Okay, I'm gonna say this. A lot of people are just mad because it was a black man that got a bigger.
Okay, so but this is but you let me say this. No, you can say this. Oh, hush! This is my show. Shut up. Okay.
Hell no.
Damn.
All right.
Episode. Well, you just got 76. Wize is nuts just fell. 76.
You know what? We should all leave. We should all leave and let him do this shit by himself.
No, seriously. Let me just say this shit. Okay. I'm not. I can. What you're saying is, I get that. Okay, that people are having a pushback against playing an African American character. I get that. That is straight racist. But I also get the point where Supa is saying, well, if I'm playing a Japanese samurai, why am I playing an African Japanese samurai? Why can't I play a Japanese samurai?
Right.
Because we got Ghost of Tsushima.
Let's be real. There's a good amount of people who are pissed off just because the dude is black.
Yes.
Straight out.
Yes.
Right. Not us.
No, not
right,
us.
Of course. But then there's also a large amount of people who are upset because of the reason I stated, where they're like, we finally get Japanese Assassin's Creed, and I don't have a Japanese character, and they just say, yeah, but there's the bitch there you can play with. I don't think is a good answer for that, right?
No, full disclosure, I was on in the same situation when I first saw the trailer. I'm like, well, I mean, this was okay. I'm like, well, I'm playing a black samurai. I would rather I played a Japanese samurai, but I mean, it's not a big deal. Like, it's like, okay, well, whatever.
It's not a
big example, Super. That's actually a very good example. If Valhalla featured a white woman, right? And then the other option was a random Asian dude. I think we'd all let's be fair, let's be objective. I think we'd all be like, interesting choice. It's not the end of the world, but it's definitely like, why they do that? That's all I'm saying. It's
right.
fair.
And then to be like, well, if you don't like the Asian dude, the bitch right there, you can play with her. Again, it's not like a good answer to that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, by the way, Lemon, you're muted for some
the
reason. I don't know.
The first African Assassin's Creed, if the choice is, play as this guy that looks like Tommy Vercetti, I would raise an eyebrow.
Well, didn't we technically already have that with Assassin's Creed Origins?
And it wasn't Tommy, and it wasn't Tom. There was no option for a Tommy Vercetti there.
Yeah.
Let me show you how fucking pathetic this gaming community is. Shout out to Dylan that popped in and popped out. Yo, look. Do you remember this? Do y'all know what that is?
What?
That's the Battlefield one, wasn't it? The Battlefield one.
They complained about a black dude being.
I remember that.
They said, hold on, Cozy. They said there was no black people in World War II.
We had black fighter pilots. And
KY, are you using?
No, hold on. Let me finish. I'm being petty because you see, I always buy the collector's editions.
Yeah,
you remember when they
vinyl statues?
Yeah, you know what I do. But that's what gamers do. We actually play games that we purchase. But let me say this: do you remember when they put the woman on Battlefield?
And people were like, "What?"
Yes. This is why this video game community. You got the real people, and then you got the fuck motherfuckers. Oh, there was women in World War. Yes, motherfucker. Yes. How about you pick up a book and fucking read? And don't go to Google, you fucking dummies.
That's asking too much reading.
No,
books.
it is. But look, it took Call of Duty and
This nigga
Battlefield.
has us flipping pages.
Yo,
Get the
listen.
fuck outta here.
Right. Why? Well, who reads? Listen.
I gotta sound out words.
Yo, listen. Call of Duty.
SoundCloud. Fuck
Call
that.
of Duty. World at War. Right. Put that black battalion that they left for dead against 100 tanks. Right. This is history. This is in a fucking game. And I love Activision for it. And I'm not pro black. I'm just saying, don't change history. You can't change history. Don't knock down Confederate general statues down south. That's their fucking history. Yeah. That's their history. You can't knock down a statue and say, "Oh, it didn't happen." No, it fucking happened. Leave the statue there. That's these people's statues. So I'm just saying in general, when they
and you should leave it there as a reminder so that shit doesn't happen again.
Yes, exactly. So now when they put it in Call of Duty that the French left 20 excuse me. It was 20 something fucking black soldiers. They left them for dead versus a battalion of tanks, 100 tanks plus that they thought they couldn't defeat. They just wanted the black people to slow it down. Not only did they defeat the tanks, when they defeated the tanks, they took pictures of them and replaced them with white soldiers. And it took Call of Duty for them to fucking change it back. That is pathetic.
Well, I mean, I understand why some people are pushing back. It's like, okay, remember in Metal Gear
push back? That's the history.
No.
Do you want to erase Gandhi, motherfucker?
No, I don't want to erase Gandhi. What I'm saying is,
being a revisionist is never a good thing.
I understand, but like what I'm saying is, it's like, okay, what the pushback some people have, and that was the initial for me as well. It was the same reaction I had when I played Metal Gear Solid 2, and I played most of the game as Raiden, you know? Like, well, I bought Metal Gear Solid 2 to play as Snake. I mean, it's okay. I mean, I got used to it and I played it anyways. And I had a good time with it.
Had a great time.
Right. But, you know, that first initial play is like...
hour.
Right. Yeah, you got shocked. You know, it's like, so when I saw the trailer for Assassin's Creed Shadows, I'm expecting something in the vein of Ghost of Tsushima, right?
Right.
And when I saw him, I was taken aback. It was not a big deal. Okay, cool. I'll play him. I don't mind finding out more about this.
Appreciate you, Metroid.
You didn't like Albatross Pliskin or whatever the fuck his name was in the second game?
Yo, listen, everybody on this panel is a different ethnic background. We all different religions. We all got different
I'm redneck.
Yo, that's okay. That means I can get good moonshine from you, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Some great alligator. some great alligator, and if I come to your house, I want to try turtle.
And
I know.
roadkill chili. Roadkill chili.
Actually,
Listen, the people that speak on Twitter, man, y'all fucking embarrassing to
No,
Americans.
you know what it is? Because they don't have a face.
Embarrassing.
Because they're not these people. I would love these people to say the same shit that they say in real life. I
They
guarantee
won't.
you they won't do
They
it.
won't.
They won't
'Cause
do it
you know
because
why?
there's
Look,
an
look, look.
anonymity in
This is why. You see this?
Anonymity.
You know what this means? You know what this means, Wise?
It means
See
you're
no
friend of
evil.
John Cena.
No. It means when I slap the shit out of you, my hand will cross everything. It will cross your whole fucking face because people are ignorant. And I hate racist fucking pigs.
And they
I
won't even
hate
say
them.
they are. That's the problem. It's like they're like they dance
Oh
around.
no, it's not about being. It's Japan.
But again, what I've heard about so as y'all know, the game has fully leaked. They're like, it's out. You can get it on the black market somehow. And people who have played
It's
it.
not
Why has it gotta be a black market?
Like a whole shipment got freaking
my
stolen
God.
or released early.
Yeah. But everyone who's played it has said that it is as good, if not as better than Ghost of Tsushima. So that is always a
fuck.
plus.
I want to see.
I'll
that
believe
shit.
that shit. when I see it, bro.
Hold on, Betty.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Steady on.
Listen,
Steady
don't
on. All right.
even say that shit. Just let people play the game, and
Yeah.
if it is, it is.
Relax.
But don't put the
Relax.
idea in people's minds that it is.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Don't
Yeah,
do that.
when I saw that, I was like,
one
yeah,
of
the
the
proof
best
is going to be in the pudding. You're going to
ever
have to
made, dude.
Yeah.
That's the
It really
best
is.
Assassin's Creed game that's ever been made. No, relax. I'm not saying it's not going to be that good, but I'm with Super. Guys, let's take a breath before we start putting superlatives next to this game that hasn't even come out.
Okay, KY said he has to run out.
I'd rather be pleasantly surprised than have expectations of something that never is or would
Cozy,
be.
it breaks my heart too. I'm sorry, dear, but
Why are you leaving so fast? Well, let me get your opinion on. Yeah, we still got a show to do. We just got done with the introductions. We still got 3 hours to go, dude.
He's like, bitch, I'm not on the clock. I ain't getting paid for this shit.
Oh, you guys aren't
wait,
getting
you're
paid
getting
for
paid?
this?
Shit, I paid all of you guys independently. What are you talking about?
I mean,
What's
my
up?
check cleared. I don't know about you guys, but my check cleared. Thanks.
Yeah, the money's
man.
in the bank.
Appreciate
Trust
it.
me, the money's in the bank. Actually,
Mine bounced twice.
Actually, this summer I might be coming to Mozambique. I don't know what city that they're telling me to go to.
When are you coming to Lexington again?
Lexington. If I don't do the Mozambique tour, then I'm definitely coming in around end of June, early July.
Wize, we're on the brink of civil war, and you motherfuckers cut US aid. I'm not sure. I'm not sure this is the good time to come to Mozambique.
I don't know. I'm not like I was like. Apparently, my friends who we do the investments with, they're looking at some properties down there, and they're like, "Well, if you're gonna go in the summer, why don't you just go down there? You take a trip." I'm like, "Well, I've never been."
USAID used to pay for everything: electricity, food, internet, everything. Man, I mean, now that USAID's gone, Mozambique it's over. Like, as a country, we cannot function anymore. So,
oh
I don't
wow,
know, man.
really?
You can come stay in my basement of my club, bro. I got you.
Appreciate that, man. Thank you.
And I'm not in Texas.
Yeah,
What the fuck kind of black market shit was that? yo, Lo, keep your hoe in check. What the fuck? Go out there and get that money.
Ask you a question.
Yeah.
anymore.
Okay, wait. Let me let KY get his bars off because he has to leave. Go ahead, KY, get your bars off.
What?
Tell us where you can find you.
Hit him with a beat.
You can find KY Bob on everything, every social
Why
media,
you
every
leaving?
platform. I gotta go
What
put the
shit to
kids
do?
to bed.
Man, you gotta go hunt possums, motherfucker. I know what you're doing. It's all right.
No,
Hunt quail, not possum. He runs over the
Wait
possum.
a minute,
Hunts the
it's
quail.
Friday. You can let the
Look,
kids stay up
possums-
early.
Would y'all let the man
Possums
finish?
are-
Would y'all let him
Possums
finish?
are too tough. The way to go is raccoon and squirrel.
Raccoon, right? I heard
So
raccoon's amazing.
so you like killing coons?
I was about to say, how dare you say coon on this panel?
Raccoons.
Cozy,
Whoa.
relax,
Said
relax,
raccoon.
Cozy.
Whoa.
Oh shit! I don't know which one I should clip. I don't know if the fluffer or that comment. One of the two's got to get clipped.
Cody,
Don't do
you
that.
know Kentucky
My
is
boy
not
didn't
that
know
far
what that
from where
was.
you live.
What? I work in
No,
Kentucky. I'm
yeah,
not even.
he's not that far from where you live. You know that, right?
Of course we.
Of course I know that.
Dude, we hooked up last week.
Yo, Cozy, I need a virtual lap dance for my birthday. Let's go.
I'll give you the music.
Yes.
Yeah, and what's the day could be the fluffer. And Low could be the fluffer.
Hold on, let me go get some money.
Lemon, I'll send you the invoice after the show. I'll send you the invoice after the show.
You're gonna charge your boy on his birthday?
I don't give a fuck. Money is money, motherfucker.
Hold on. I just defended you on not being a fluffer.
This is business. This is business. 101.
I'm sorry,
This is
KY.
business.
Oh,
I
wow.
got bills
sorry.
to pay.
Yeah.
I just
Catch me on
said
the-
USA is leaving, Lemon. I got bills to pay.
I love you. I love these two. I swear to God.
Catch me on the KY Bob YouTube channel. We just changed the entire look of the Game Set Left podcast, and we are moving to Wednesdays at 8 p.m. instead of
When you gonna
Thursdays.
invite me on your show? Am I too black?
No, you can be my guest on the next on.
But
next
you know what's
week.
crazy?
No. You have to understand. His podcast is based in Kentucky. He doesn't want a black man there because there's no black people in Kentucky.
No, what? Yeah, look, I was
No,
about to say
that's
this because
not
my
true.
grandfather was white and Puerto Rican, so I'm mixed. We could be kin.
Oh, they gonna deport your ass.
You see, I was invited on KY's podcast until I put on the camera, and then he saw me. He's like, "Fucking, you're an Asian. You don't belong here."
First of all, you can't put nobody in a panel that's smaller than the fucking gaming chair they sitting in.
There's nothing like those Indian restaurants in bumfuck nowhere, Kentucky. They know how to.
Thank you. Come again.
They slap
You mean
hard.
biryani?
KY Bob, try again. Try again to finish. Go ahead, KY.
Yeah, you can. We just changed the entire look of the show, and we're starting next week on Wednesdays at 8:00. I figured Wednesdays it's Hump Day, and what's a little Hump Day without KY and the boys?
Yeah.
So looking forward to it. Thursdays are just crowded, and Wednesdays works better with Bob's schedule now. But yeah, look, I had a blast. I can't wait to reveal.
We
to
love you,
everybody
bro.
What I've been
We love you.
playing.
You're playing anal.
Haven't-
Oh,
exactly.
That's
I'm
what's
Playing
having a
anal.
blast.
He's playing anal. He
It's
likes playing anal.
game
It starts
Do
with
you,
a hand.
do you
no.
use KY or do you use baby oil?
He uses KY his
Astro
namesake.
Glide. Astro
Oh, that's something new. Let me Google it.
Glide. You never seen Astro Glide? Wow.
Nah,
Is that a
no.
water-based lubricant?
Yo, look,
Astroglide.
when I'm doing anal to a chick, I go
This
like this.
motherfucker knows what Astroglide is, but know what Fluffer was.
What? See, you know KY is a pony because he doesn't use the normal lube like KY like everybody else does. He has to use Astroglide. There you go.
Oh.
Fucking pony.
Because that is
Explore
because
Astroglide's
motherfucker said
range of personal lubricants,
Astroglide.
Growing
That
up,
was a good one. Wise. That
including
was good.
water-based, silicone, and organic options. All right,
Oh,
it's
God,
water-based.
All right.
Yo, you
This
made,
is water-based.
Yo, Loke,
It's
you made
easier
that
than
sound too
oil-based.
educational.
What the
If
fuck
you-
is he caring
I'm
about?
telling you
Why
guys.
is it? Why is that even a thing? Why does it have to be water based? That's how.
Because
that's
it's
all.
easier cleanup.
good night,
Duh.
everybody. Bob's
Not
out.
just that.
Peace out,
Wait,
everybody.
Cozy. Whoa, hey.
And it
Oh shit! All right,
I trained her well, Lemon. She knows what's up.
Yo, I love this show, man. I swear to God.
Wise, water-based, like she said, easier cleanup, but also it doesn't as fast.
It doesn't
You see
leave
this,
the residual
Wise?
smell.
You see this, Wise?
Yeah.
This is your pea shooter.
Oh my god.
Damn, it's
Yeah,
small.
when it's on hard.
Small.
When it's on hard, yeah.
When it's hard. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I'm coming to Mozambique. We gonna get your shit together, bro. We gonna move you the fuck out of there. Come hang with me. I got great internet, motherfucker.
So the joke goes like this.
Actually,
It
I
was-
bought Starlink, and
So-
I'm gonna set it up tomorrow. Let's see how fast it is.
So me and my friends were walking down the street one day, and the devil came out and said, "Okay, I'm going to send all three of you to hell if your penis length doesn't add up to a foot." So my first friend pulled out his penis, and it was 5 inches. The other one pulled out his penis, and it was 6 inches. And then I pulled down mine. The devil looked at it and said, okay, you can go. So my first friend said, thank God for my 5-inch penis. And so my second friend said, thank God for my 6-inch penis, to which I said, thank God for my hard on. There you go.
Okay. That 1 inch.
I
All
never
right.
want to. So I don't appreciate the fact that you're forcing us to think about your penis.
I just
Oh,
want to
so you're only allowed to think about it when I pay you. That's what you're saying.
This man.
I don't even think about it.
of
You
his
know,
friend's
that would be
penises.
something that I would totally blank out on when, well, you know, because
I'm really
don't ever wanna think
wondering
about your
if it's safe for you to be around little kids, dude.
Whoa! Whoa!
No.
He lets them
No.
pie him.
Yeah. I'm not little kids. I mean, teenagers. You know, she's only 17.
No, they
so
want
like
the
13-year-olds?
They want
Do not sing that song. Do not sing. What the fuck? All right,
You
listen.
know,
I need
granted,
to
the
go.
state he lives in, it doesn't even matter.
Oh, probably.
There was a girl who wrote in the newspaper the other day. She's like, "Dear Abby, I'm 16 years old and I'm still a virgin. Do my brothers don't like me or something or what?"
Oh my goodness. The next question is, how many brothers do you have? Anyways,
are my brothers
I
gay?
need to leave as well. Thank you so much for having me on, Wize. Super, can you please move left just so I can...
How you gonna thank somebody and you part of the panel?
All right.
Ninja.
Again, Wize, thanks for having me on one more time. Lemon.
Bro, it's always a pleasure. Hey,
Kelly, and the Nintendo goddess herself, Cozy Beluga. Thank
Kelly's
you guys.
still here?
Y'all have a good one.
I love Loke. I love you, bro.
Hey, Loke. Okay,
Love
so
you too, guys.
I want you to
Lemon.
fall asleep with one eye open and hold an AK at the door. You heard?
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
Oh,
You
hey.
don't sound like Michael. Relax.
Sometimes I feel like
Jesus Christ.
Somebody's watching me.
Somebody's humping me. Anyways, y'all have a good one.
Good one.
you
Bye-bye.
can't say that after Fluffer. Yo, I'm trying to save you. The flipping is crazy, bro.
Somebody save me.
All right.
Cozy, go get the fucking Clippers.
Okay, Split Fiction, 1 million in a week.
Bro, not when I'm drinking.
Captain
Split
Sable.
Fiction.
Fucking monitor.
I want to be saved.
I'm
All right,
Split
next
Fiction.
topic. Oh,
Split Fiction, 1 million sold. Impressive.
Ooh. And
remember,
how many days?
in a week.
Nice.
I thought it was 8 million.
No, I thought it was 1.
Yo,
I'm thinking it's 1.
you got cataracts.
I shall look it up.
Thank you, our fact checker.
He also
Our
keeps
fat
off
fact
the board
checker.
for arithmetic.
2 million copies in just 1 week.
Okay.
Nice.
And see, that's the thing. 2 million sold, right? So if it's sold 2 million, remember each copy comes with an extra game.
How?
Because you can give it to your friend, right?
How long until EAifies them though?
Shit.
No, they didn't do that the first time. Come on, man. Stop the EA.
Ferris is an asshole. I don't think they're gonna fuck with Ferris. Ferris is very outspoken.
First of all, I had a conversation with him.
Yeah.
He's really like he is. Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, I had no doubt.
He's really like he is, bro. Like
that dude don't turn it off. It's just on all the time.
I went up to him. I don't fan out, but I'm like, yo, man, you're a funny motherfucker. And he was like, yo, bro, this is what I do. I don't give a fuck. I was like,
he would be right.
He's on
He would be a
1,000.
perfect guest member. He would be a perfect guest member.
Yo, what
for this
happened to
show.
Dealer?
Can't get a hold of him.
I thought he popped in here.
No, that wasn't Dealer. That wasn't Dealer. That was KY playing as Dealer.
Oh, yeah,
yeah. But yeah, Ferris would just be right at home here, like a pig and slop of sorts, like this is just like his type of podcast, if you will, right? But Ferris, it's a phenomenal game. I mean, 2 million. He deserves all the success he can get, man.
Have you played it?
No, he's a good dude.
Yeah.
I'm not
I've been out all week. I've been in conferences from one conference to the other.
He's trying to act like he's more important than what he is. You are not important, was? You like a blip on the radar. Bloop,
I know I'm a blip on the radar, but I wasn't home to play the game. What am I supposed to do about it?
I'm only teasing. You my God. Fuck that.
No, it's like every time like run here, run there, run there. So I was like, this whole week I was supposed to get poor Lord Metroid the copy, and I just wasn't home to physically send it to him. You know?
Yo, Metroid, guess what I need you to do? I might take a day off work and do the Nintendo stream on the 2nd, and I won't be inviting you.
Oh, when is it? Okay, have they now? What is the time for that?
April.
I know it's April 2nd. What time?
Nah, I don't know yet. I don't know.
Because I'm thinking about like if it's like in the.
I like Metroid though. I fuck with him.
If it's in the afternoon, then maybe we can like get on one show together.
No, we can do your show because that cross show shit don't work.
No. Like either I will show on your show or
no. We'll come on your podcast. We trying to grow you. I'm good. I want to grow this channel because I really believe people need to see the content.
Yeah. The content I think is phenomenal.
Are you a shower?
No.
Well, then I
she
can't
just
grow
showed you
unless
some
show.
plenty. There you go.
Yeah, she did.
Hey, let me ask you. Speaking of which, no, you said Lemon. You said you have no traction on that controller, right? Earlier.
No, bro. Listen, I gotta say something for the record on controllers across the board. I got 40 Xbox controllers because I like the design. I use one. The Astrobot shit I bought. Don't know. No, you got me the 30th anniversary, right?
Yeah, you got yourself the Astrobot, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
They just sit there, bro. I got the metallic red, which is my favorite color. I got the DualSense, which I wish it was black. At the time they didn't have. I only play single player on PlayStation. I really don't use all these controllers. When Jay Barry showed the controller, I said, yo, that shit is dope. But I don't need another controller to just say, I got the fucking collector's edition. Because, yeah, I'm stopping that, bro. I'm stopping it with the Xbox. I got the 20th anniversary. I got the Gears of War.
What edition is that one?
That's
this is
Last of Us.
No, this is not The Last of Us.
That's
This is just I modded this one. But it's basically the same color theme, if you will.
Yo, shout out to my brother Wize. Very, very, very good dude. Offered it to me. I said, nah, I don't even need it because I use one controller and I play with my shit plugged up. It never goes dead. I don't even worry about battery life.
Same.
I don't want no more controllers, man. I'm not buying another Xbox controller.
My wireless controller is
that shit ain't special. It's black.
No. This isn't like a Microsoft controller. This is the Pro Fusion.
Oh, that's
that's pretty cool.
No, it's black, but look.
How much did you pay for that?
It's like 130 or 40.
Is it wireless?
That's sexy. Oh, look how she touched.
Oh, fuck! I gotta look that one up.
Cozy, touch it again. It's sexy.
Cozy, send me the link for that bitch.
And you can change the color too.
Yeah, send me a link. Where can I get that? Who makes it?
This is what do you call it? What's the company? Power A, actually.
Yeah,
it's got Hall effect sticks and all that. So that's what I use. Because every time one gets drift, I just stopped using it. Like I have a bunch of special Xbox controllers, but I don't really use them. Like
special controllers for special ed.
Okay, so let me open this up to everybody in the chat, and of course to you, Nova.
They got Fusion Pro 2s now.
Oh.
Yeah. And they got pro editions of Fusion Pro too.
And they all do that light up thing that.
Nah, they all don't do that. No, that I ain't never seen that before.
That's what I want. That light up one. I'm a huge RGB sucker. So yeah, I love.
Yeah,
RGB.
me too. That's why I buy a Razer.
You're a lots of things sucker.
Well, yeah. I mean, hey, marketing works on me. All right, I know.
Yo, I got light up underwears, but you'll never see it.
Wize, you don't play Xbox enough to play a controller like that, dude.
Yo, don't do that. He does play Xbox. Why you know
I play mostly on my ROG Ally or stuff like that. I don't. You see, you don't understand when you're married.
Wait, you play mostly on your ROG Ally?
Mm-hmm.
What are you playing?
Right now on the Xbox, I'm playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
And you like the cum side of it.
Oh.
That's what she said.
And also I'm also playing
Nova.
Octopath Traveler 2, and I'm playing what's that Suikoden game that is not Suikoden?
Men don't do that. Look, men don't do this.
That's Suikoden. Like
We
I
don't do
forgot
that.
the name of that game. What is the game?
Yo,
called?
Cozy, tell him we don't do this.
No.
I mean,
Don't do what?
Snap,
No, no.
snap
What was that game?
harder.
No, all bullshit aside. What is that game that came out that is made by the people who made Suikoden? And it's like there's two of. Anyway, it's an RPG that I'm playing on Xbox right now. So yeah. But no, Nova. So and everybody else in the chat. So the way the story goes, and I was telling Lemon this before you guys logged in. So Amazon released the Last of Us Collector's Edition controller, I think yesterday, and so I was able to quickly buy it before it sold out. And then they went on Walmart and Target, and they all sold out. Then this morning I got it on PS Direct. So I got two controllers because I don't trust Amazon. Half their shit cancels before they ship. So if it ships, would either anybody here, whether it's chat or you, Nova, anybody else would be interested in that controller?
I'm good.
No?
Yeah, I only play with one controller, like Lemon. I've got a Spider-Man 2 controller and a 30th anniversary. I'm never gonna touch him. I'm weird. I like my controller I'm using to match the console I'm playing it on. I don't like it to be mismatched, so I don't play with any of the special design ones.
But The Last of Us is all black with white bottom, so that will match your console if you want. But I mean, it's up to you though.
Cool. You can give it away like to the panel guest or people in the chat. Give it away to someone else.
Yeah, so yeah, the game was Eatin Chronicles. Thank you, Lord Metroid. I knew it was like 100 heroes. It's basically Suikoden with another name. So that's what I'm playing.
Can you send the link to that controller that she got, the glow controller?
Yeah, she sent me the link.
Oh, that's not the link. I'm sorry.
Okay, cool. So
you sent it to a show link.
But what was I gonna say? Like I honestly I would get a PlayStation controller if I didn't think all the designs of the special ones were super underwhelming.
Well, this
Except
is for like
Concord,
if you are
oddly.
like
I
no,
think Concord is the nicest looking one they've had.
Well, they just released.
Let me
that
got
Last
one
of
of those. You got a Concord controller.
I mean, I got it sitting there. I was going to cancel it, but I was going to cancel the Amazon because I got it on PS Direct. So I know that's going to 100% ship. So like, if nobody was interested in it, I would just.
I put it in the private chat, Sir X-Men.
Thank you, man.
Yeah,
you're welcome. It's
so
the
if
one
nobody's
with
interested, I'll just let it go.
The Lumectra feature, which is the lights.
Oh yeah.
Can you send it to me too as well? I mean,
It's
Cozy,
in
you
the
sent me the
private
link, right?
chat. You fucking retard! Everyone got it.
You put it in the private chat. Okay, sorry. I thought you said you put it in the chat.
Oh, it's on sale right now, actually.
Yeah, I tried to put it in the chat, but it wouldn't let me. I think it's because it won't let me put links in the regular bitch chat.
Mm-hmm.
So only
You can copy and paste it. You can copy and paste the link. There you can put it in.
I tried it in the private chat. I could. In the regular chat, it wouldn't let me.
Wow.
It says this comment has failed to post to the Wise Old Gamer. For whatever.
That's dumb. Why did they do that?
It's in the private chat though.
Oh, cool. All right, I see. Yeah, I actually, I got the link though. Cool.
Yeah, and
And
it's
I think
$149.99.
Yeah, I didn't
that
get
is
it yet,
interesting.
bro. I didn't get it yet. So.
That is funny. They got the Lumina controller for the Xbox, and they got different variations, a wired and a wireless one, but they don't have any PlayStation.
Yeah, they don't have anything for PlayStation with the Lumectra shit.
Yeah, I'm good, but I'm definitely gonna get this one. This one's sweet, man. Thank you, Cozy, for showing that. I'm gonna.
I want that one.
It was like a fireworks show in her hands. Like,
exactly. This is like
So
pretty.
as someone who loves like trying the various controllers, the Victrix is the one that I really want, but I couldn't justify the price. But right now it's on sale, so I could get it. But I'm looking at the Weight Razor, the Wolverine.
The Wolverine they say is really good. This iteration.
Except right now it costs way too much. And
How much is it now?
It's like $199.
Oh, shit, 150 is the light control that you paid. Didn't you pay like 150 for the one that you just showed us?
Yeah, I paid 150. It's on sale right now, so it's even less. But the Wolverine seems to have gone up because it wasn't $199 last time I looked. But the Victrix is also, but you still have to get the Hall effect modules for the Victrix, so that's why I didn't get that one.
Oh,
like
Lord Metro said,
$179.
do not buy that. Do not buy that. The Victrix is poorly made.
The Wolverine looks gay though. I'm sorry.
Honestly, I had the wired one and I thought it felt too clunky.
It just kind of looks like someone took like a fucking Dremel to an Xbox controller and just rounded everything the fuck off.
basically, but it still looks pretty nice though. But
I mean, it's got some cool designs for like the graphics on it. So some cool design ones, but in terms of shape,
all right, guys, I'm gonna head out.
Okay, thank you, Callie. Thank you. Tell us where you can find you, sir.
Yeah, you guys can find me on my own channel, CalRex01, and I'm gonna be doing a podcast tomorrow with
With
The
who?
one and only David Faulkner.
Oh, cool.
Me
Uh-oh.
and him have been doing a show together.
Oh, great. That's cool. So, all right, cool.
Tell us where and when about your channel.
Yeah, catch me at Calrexa1 and tune in tomorrow at 11 a.m.
What time zone?
Pacific Standard.
Okay.
So that's what? 2 o'clock
p.m.
Central?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern.
My state has its own time zone.
Yeah, and then if you're that one person living in that fucking desert called Arizona, then you can figure it out.
Or
We
Alaska.
figure out shit. It's our one and only time zone.
Exactly. Desert Standard Time. So.
Well, not really, because we used to be Mountain Time, but Mountain Time still moved. So now we got our own time zone.
What time is it now anyways?
It's time for Supernova to rule out.
Hey.
He can only roll out. He can't walk out. That's definitely the case.
Hey man, the future's coming. Wait till I get my exosuit, bitch.
Okay, God of War gets free DLC and new merchandise. Anyone played the new DLC for God of War for this 20th anniversary?
What DLC? Like on top of Valhalla?
I didn't even hear about that. Talk to me.
Yeah, it says right here that, according to IGN, God of War is celebrating its 20th anniversary with free in-game content called the Dark Odyssey Collection and in real and IRL merch that's not free. The update is also available. It will be available March 20th for PC and PlayStation, while the merchandise will be available starting March 15th. So yeah, there's a DLC coming in called. They don't tell you what is in the DLC. Just call it Dark Odyssey.
Yeah.
So I don't know what that means. So, but
The
it's
only
coming out.
DLC I need, motherfucker.
But that's kind of late in the tooth, isn't it? Like it's like how God of War. What is it? 3 years now?
This Dark Odyssey armor and appearance for Kratos. So what I'm guessing is it's probably for just the Valhalla DLC because there is no way to change your appearance other than the armor, unless they add like a feature to change your overall appearance in the regular game. Because in Valhalla you can switch between regular Kratos or young Kratos, where he doesn't have the whole beard shit.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it's going to be for the main game or just for the Valhalla shit, but it looks like it's just skins.
Yeah, well, at least, but I mean, it's refreshing to see that after so many years, they're still adding a little bit of content to it. I mean, it may just be a like basically
It's a
a
single
costume
player
change.
game.
Yeah, like so you have gold Blades of Chaos, gold Leviathan Axe, gold Spear,
Mhm.
skins for the shields. Yeah. All right, that's cool.
And apparently, according to Saber Interactive, they are still working on a remake, the Knights of the Old Republic KOTOR remake. So
In 10 years, it probably
I've given
will
up
come
on
to
that
fruition.
shit. Yeah, I've given up on that shit.
yeah, and of course, Warhammer 40K Space Marine 3 has been
Oh,
announced
look at your little
officially.
baby pew pew.
Yo, that's Wize's penis.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, they're
On
making
hard.
they're making a Jormungandr plushie.
They are? Yeah, Jormungandr plushie? How big is it?
Bro, I don't fucking know. Or I'll send you the.
I will
link to
buy
I'm
it.
reading all this
Is it
shit.
like one of those snakes that you get during in the fair and stuff? They're like this big and like that would be cool as heck if it was a.
If you was a
Jormungandr one.
snake, you'd be a garter snake.
It just
don't
looks
call
like
garter
a
snake
blue,
like
a blue
that.
snake, and it looks like they slapped a fucking
Earthworm.
beard on it.
So X-Men, we couldn't be graced with your old ass face and your dirty goatee.
All right. So yeah,
Fuck
well,
you, dude. Fuck you,
okay.
dude.
So let me ask you guys this. All right, this is what I'm. So I put something in the DMs the other night, and
Yeah,
it was
put
a
some shit in
long
the private
read,
chat.
but huh?
I put the
Oh,
tweet
shit,
in
it's
the
9
private
o'clock.
chat.
No, yeah, well, almost. But let me say this shit before we leave. And this is my hypothesis here, and I have no evidence supporting it, but it
can't
just
spell
looks
that.
like from the actions, from what they're doing. It seems that like what Xbox is, I think, is their main goal of it all is to make Xbox more of a operating system for gaming, like Windows is an
Yup.
operating system for regular computers, right? So like, and it makes sense because think about it, right? If you are making an operating system, you're not going to make a game exclusive to an operating system, right?
Right,
And
right.
if your box, if you have a box that plays that operating system, who cares? You can download another launcher. It's basically the same. To me, it seems like the same business model as Android. Android is a OS for cell phones, And
But
of course, if
many
you want
cell phones,
Right.
not Samsung Mini. That's what I told people.
Look, Xbox wants to get their games everywhere, and it's a lot easier to get their games everywhere if there's a platform launcher, whatever you
unified
wanna call
platform.
it, everywhere.
Yep.
So, I mean, it is what it is.
No,
But
and I
that's
think
what that's what they're known for, right?
Yeah.
And you know, I think I listened to this guy named Skill Up on YouTube. He's a pretty big YouTuber. He does great reviews. If you ever need to watch a review, watch his reviews. Some of the best reviews ever made on YouTube. But
Drop that link, bitch.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the description of the show notes and stuff. But he was even saying that he feels that it's going down the same track as so basically all of these developers that Xbox has bought is going to become Microsoft Gaming, if you will. And that's what Phil Spencer is, the head of Microsoft Gaming. Yeah. And Microsoft Gaming will release games on all platforms, but obviously they're going to release and run best on their internal OS, which is Xbox. But that just because it's running best on Xbox doesn't mean it can't run on another OS like PlayStation or Nintendo or whatever, right? So I think that is the avenue that they're going. And then of course you can have Android on a tablet, you can have Android on a phone. So you can have Xbox on a to-go machine, or you can have Xbox as a set-top box app, you know? And they're basically, he said, they're going down that whole thing that the hardware division alone is going to be like a Surface. Do you need a Surface to run Windows? No. You can get a Dell that runs Windows. Right. But if you need a device that runs Windows and you don't want to buy a Dell or any other computer, you could buy a Surface, and Microsoft will be more than happy to sell you something that runs their native OS. So,
ain't that how they became damn near $4 trillion company?
Exactly, because that will basically push everybody to go onto their streaming platform and their Azure services, which is where they're making the most shit above their money. And that's what they want. So, and it makes sense. It makes sense that you are not going to make your games exclusive to a platform, because that's insane. Why would anyone make a game exclusive to Android? Eventually the shit will come to iPhone. It may not come immediately, but it will eventually.
Especially after investing close to $90 billion, you're not going to fucking keep shit locked down to one single platform.
Do you remember when Android was introduced and they said, we don't want to make a specific phone. We want to make the software to run all the other phones outside of Apple.
iOS, yeah.
And people said, you're crazy. And then the smaller companies, the Zhaos, not just, Samsung took that route, but you got the Huawei's, you got so many. They was like, you know what?
Oppo, all of them.
Oppo, right. We just going to use y'all software.
Yeah, because they're hardware manufacturers. They're like, and that's basically what is happening with Lenovo and all of them. They're like, well, fuck, we don't want to develop an OS. You are experts at developing an OS.
BlackBerry, Nokia tried to hold out and tried to keep making their own operating system, and they
didn't work.
They got murdered.
BlackBerry too.
That's
right? So, you said that. My bad.
I said Motorola, BlackBerry.
Famously, Windows Phone. Windows Phone
was ahead of its time. People wasn't ready for those tiles and shit in that live action. That shit was awesome.
Oh yeah, I still think the graphic, the GUI was
some of those back
was
in the day,
awesome. Even the Windows Media Player, I had that shit in my truck back in the days. And dudes kept saying, "What the fuck is that?" Like the Zoom, right?
Yeah, bro. In my opinion, the Zoom was way better than the fucking iPod. But the iPod just had
the OS, the graphic user
interface. They had the backing from the people,
everything about it.
Zoom was better, bro.
Dude,
I bought the first and the second one.
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah, I thought it shit on the iPod.
It did.
It was everywhere.
You can hold the tiles, they flip over and show you some other shit. I said, yo, this is different. But Microsoft was ahead. People wasn't ready for that shit.
iPod was like, yo, here's a click wheel, bitch. The click wheel was still dope though. But yeah, no, I love
awesome. I loved it. I loved it.
I mean, when they make, as we said, the Zune's, the interface was beautiful. It looked much better than that. Yes. And even Windows Phone.
The device was beautiful.
Listen,
exactly.
I don't knock iPhones. I don't get into the Android versus iPhones, but iPhones had the same icons and abilities for like 7 years straight. They
Well,
never
listen,
improved. Just
I'm on
coming out.
iPhone. I'm on iPhone now. Yeah, that's always an iteration. I'm on iPhone now. I've been there
Right.
since iPhone 4. But before iPhone 4, I thought iPhones were dog shit. I ran nothing but high end Nokia phones.
Yes,
Because I'm like,
Nokia
bro,
was better.
you can't even take a picture and send it to someone.
All
Bro, you couldn't do
Xperia
that on the
phones.
fucking,
Sony was ahead too, but they
So I
should
only
price
ever
it.
had iPhones. So, but the thing is, I only ever had them because that's what the people I would hang out with had.
Right.
And I got my phone
If it
for
wasn't
free.
for the App Store though, the original iPhones and iPhone 3Gs, they were fucking bricks. They
Yeah,
had
they-
zero
they-
capabilities.
Yeah,
The
I had an
App
iPhone
Store
3G.
was
Ugh.
all that it had. So
Yeah.
The
they're
iPhone-
lucky they had the fucking App Store.
What made Apple and what made the iPhone was the App Store. That
100%.
App
Yep.
Store was the reason the situation is what it is today.
Because it compared to the other phones that I owned and other phones that were out on the market in terms of capability, functionality, and price point, the iPhone wasn't even close to what the other phones were doing.
I'm
But
gonna
the
tell
other
you-
phones,
still
but
isn't
the other
that
phones
great.
didn't have a gyroscopic Zippo app where you could pretend to fucking make the flame move and like right. It didn't have dumb shit like that, but it's those dumb things that people were like, oh look, this is interesting and new, and other. Phones
I'm gonna tell
can't
you
do
something
it.
that's crazy.
And people gravitate toward the iPhone.
You got the Samsung flip phones. You open it, it's one screen, right? The Windows phone with two separate screens is destroying that shit.
Are you talking? No. I push back on that, dude.
No.
Are you talking about the
have
Surface
to-
Duo?
I had the Surface Duo 2.
Yeah,
2.
but the Surface Duo, it didn't.
No, the
I
Surface
thought it
Duo-
didn't get any
The Sur-
traction.
No, the Surface Duo 2 is a beast.
Okay,
It's a-
but it still has not gotten any like massive
No,
or any
it
significant
has
self.
has nothing to do with what it
How many
does.
people use a thing?
Okay.
It has nothing to do with that. I'm talking about for me being a Samsung dude, right? I'm a Samsung guy. I had a Fold and I had that. I enjoy, even right now, with my Ultra, right? I love watching my content better on my Surface Duo 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's a better experience. How many people use it is something else, Wize. I'm not saying it's the popular thing. What I'm saying is it's a better device. Even though they shut it down, it was more of a business phone. I still have my Surface Duo 2.
And see,
I
this is
love
what I
that
use.
better.
Like, I mean, I'm an Apple guy, I know, but this is the
A
form factor I
fucking
like.
tablet.
Yeah, it's a tablet, but this size, this is a mini, right?
Shut his fucking mic off.
No, I mean, like, I'll be first and foremost and say I am an Apple sheep. Okay, I've been buying Apple for a very, very long time. But in many ways, I do like the other side. Android is just like, I like some of their phones, and I still think, in my opinion, and me being an iPhone fan and me being an iPhone Apple family, I still think the Samsung phones year over year still look better to me than the iPhone equivalent of that year.
They are. And the other thing that's stupid about Apple is there was a point in time where I really felt that Apple was innovating and really pushing the mobile phone market forward. They're at a point now where they're not doing that anymore. All the phones are such a small iteration. Listen, the M chips, their own chips are great. But when the phone's only difference is really that it has a more powerful chip and bigger cameras, it's like, yeah, but it's the same shit as we've had for the last 10 years. Also, things like Apple was rumored to be trying to do, they want to get rid of the Touch ID, which was the thumb thing on the phone. So they made the whole front screen and gave us Face ID because they couldn't figure out a way to do the fingerprint sensor under the display, but they were trying to work on that. Well, here comes some Chinese company. Shit, now they have one. Oh, they're supposedly working on a camera that'll be under the display. Well, they don't have one. Other companies do. There's all these things they're supposedly going to be working on or bringing to the market, and everyone else is just getting there before they do. And then it's almost like Apple now doesn't want to do it because the other people already did it. And it's like, well, here's all these features.
But I remember, like, as someone who loves photography and already had like a DSLR camera, being just supremely disappointed by how much better, like, the Android like a lot of Android phone cameras were.
I don't think that's true. I think iPhone, but it's not so much the camera; it's their sensor and the software. iPhone still takes better pictures most of the time than.
Listen. It's opinionated. But listen, you see this device right here? This is the Surface Duo 2. This is my YouTube channel's my business phone. I love this phone better than any Android and iOS device I've.
Does it have an
checked
outer
out.
display when it's closed?
No, that was.
It looks like a 3DS.
Later.
It
Yes,
does, yeah.
but guess what? When I do this, right?
It is
I
a
demonstrate-
3DS.
right?
Yeah.
The controller goes down here. You play your games up here. No controller needed.
The only thing I don't like about this, and this is also the reason I've not invested in a Fold yet, is because I don't like, number one, like, okay, I don't like that crease that develops.
This is
on
what
the
I'm
screen.
saying. Listen, this has wedges. There's no connecting screens.
Yeah, but you got the black bar going in the middle that disrupts the.
But when you play games, you do this. It's like having a TV and a controller at the bottom.
Yeah, but when you're looking at the full display, you still got that black line in
Of
the
course,
middle.
yeah, facts. I don't mind that because
They're getting a lot better when it comes to the crease because the technology for the what do you call it, flexible displays is getting a lot better. It's also, the flexible displays are also getting a lot thinner.
But you know what,
so
bro?
like
They all develop that fatigue with the
over
bending.
time, yeah.
Yes,
but
and that's my problem. That shit don't have that problem. 2 separate screens, great battery life. Still, the camera is not as good as a S24, S23, iPhone. It's not better.
And I don't think the screen. How good is the screen resolution?
Oh, that's what I'm telling you. It's amazing. Amazing.
Is it 4K 140 120?
No, it's 1440p.
120.
Yeah, but
Right. 120.
1440p at that size is like fucking.
Who says a 4K on my
Right.
screen?
Look what I'm saying. This is 2 separate screens, but I'm telling you, when I go to cloud gaming or I play a game, it is better than playing on my Ultra right here. Pick up my Ultra.
Okay, but let's leave the gaming aspect of it alone because you said you can use a dual setup monitor to do that. But what about like day-to-day tasks? Doesn't that annoy the shit out of you, the middle black bar in the middle?
No, because it puts it in a separate screen. It's never a split between an image. One screen will be a picture, the bottom side will be how you edit it.
But then what about a
When
big
you
old like a
text it-
YouTube in theater mode?
Yo, listen, YouTube go up top, and then you got your keyboard at the bottom, like a laptop, like a Surface Pro Dual.
Oh, so you can only watch YouTube on one of the screens, not dual screened.
No, you could full screen it, but who the fuck wants to do that when you got a full screen dedicated to the video, and you got the textile at the bottom, or you could put another app, or you could put 4 apps across where you see Twitter, YouTube, whatever, and 2 on it's
It's
better
basically
experience.
having like a dual display on a PC, but on a phone.
The thing I hate most
Yes.
about mobile
Yes.
devices is that none of them are ever in the aspect ratio that videos are. So every time you look at a video, it's always got bars somewhere, and when you try to make it zoom,
Yes,
yeah, you can zoom in,
yes.
but now you're cutting shit off. But
Yes.
they'll never make a device that's the aspect ratio of videos.
But
because
I
they
love
just
that
throw
device
weird
when
shit.
it was made more for like when you do Word, you type in at the bottom and all your shit come up in it's awesome. But yo, yo, listen, I love the device more than my Samsung devices. Like I said, I picked up one of the Z Folds. Everybody I know got the gray. I can't even be serious here. You see, where that?
Go cozy. Go cozy. Go cozy.
Why? Have
Nah,
you checked
but-
out the corn version of that song yet?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I love that. That was so good. I did
It
not
was
know
a
about
good
it.
cover,
Thank you.
yeah.
I was. I got it on my running list. It's awesome. It's really good.
But what I'm saying is, the device didn't get traction because it was more business orientated. So I bought it. The first one I had, nah. But the second one, I was like, wow. Came out with the first one came out with the Snapdragon before the year that it came out, right? This one came out with the advanced version. Yo, beautiful. When I was at my job and I was streaming games and I took my Ultra and I said, let me film it. And dudes was like, what the fuck? What is that? I said, that's the Surface Duo. And dudes couldn't believe how I was playing the games on there. They couldn't believe because the whole bottom screen turns into a controller and it's like playing on the DS. Awesome.
I'll be honest. I'm in the Apple ecosystem and shit. You know, my computer's a Mac Mini. I got an Apple Watch. My earbuds are fucking AirPods. But I really am at the point where I've only got X amount of years left in me without the iPhone having some type of fundamentally like important type of change. Like I'm still on the iPhone 13. Like I haven't upgraded in 3 years because I'm like, dude, I'm done upgrading. I was upgrading every year. I was just doing the monthly thing where you just every year you send up your phone and you get a new one.
Yeah,
and
I'm on that plan right now.
For a while, I was like, this is awesome. I get the new phone every year. But now I'm like, dude, why the fuck am I paying monthly to get the same fucking thing next year?
Yeah. They
How
don't
many
really
years am I going
change
to
it
do
what
this
they
in a row?
do. I
Right,
just upgraded my daughter. She has an iPhone. She just finished showing that. So you saw me looking at when before. But first thing she got it, she said, yo, my screen is better. The camera's nice. She said, but all the apps are the same.
Everything is the same. Like there needs to be some type of
they don't
change
revolutionize
to where
shit.
it's like, holy shit, this is a new iPhone.
Yeah,
and I'll
no,
be
they don't
okay.
They
And
just
then when they do release a form factor, they fucking overcharge you. Like rumors are they're going to make it fold in 2026, and it's going to be $2,500.
But,
Like,
but again, this is going back to the
Fuck
points
you,
I was making
Apple.
before, bro. There were rumors that they were going to have an under the display fingerprint sensor. Never happened. There was rumors they were going to put a fingerprint
Samsung
sensor
got
on the
all
side
that.
of the screen
Samsung got all
and
that.
take the notch away. Never happened. Rumors they were going to do under the display cameras. Never happened. Like I said, it's almost
Samsung
like other
got all
companies
that.
get there first, and then
Mhm.
Apple doesn't want to seem like they're copying what
No,
other people are
Samsung
doing.
is the innovators, bro. They brought the
It's
first.
not even just Samsung, Huawei, all these Chinese companies.
No.
are fucking eating
Hold
Apple's
on.
lunch, bro.
Hold on. You know why I said Samsung? Because they make all Huawei screens.
Right, but I'm not just talking about the screens. We're talking about the other technologies as well.
No,
'cause
but
there's
I'm
some
saying
technologies
what you're
that
talking
Samsung
about.
doesn't have yet.
Samsung sells that to them. They was the first one with the undercam where you saw no dot, because my camera here has a dot. I don't know if you can see that. It has the dot, right?
I see the dot, yeah.
Under display camera where you couldn't see it. Fingerprint sensor where it was embedded, and you could do it with the screen off and on. Samsung did that. Everybody else buys Samsung.
All right, I'm about to bounce out, guys.
All right, take these, Sir X-Men.
That was
All right,
fucking
you take
rude,
care.
Sir X-Men.
Hey, send me the link. I didn't get the link, Super, of that thing, please.
You want me to send it directly to you? I put it in the private chat. All right.
But
Yeah.
listen, I love all technology. It don't matter. I like iPhone. I got big ass hands, as you see. They don't make a screen big enough for my hands. Bad enough I go on Twitter and be doing typos. Do say you can't spell. No, bitch, I'm hitting like 3 buttons with my big ass hands. Fuck you. And I don't spell check, bitch.
You illiterate buffoon.
You can say what you want.
Fucking troglodyte.
You made my weekend with that dance. Shut your ass up. Thank you. Where the fuck Wize go?
Fucking check on the chicky nuggies.
Sorry about that, man. Sorry, my apologies. I had to take care of something. But yeah, I mean, but the reason
you just got a quickie?
Yeah, I had to get my pickle tickle, if you will.
He said,
No. But what I was saying
I
is,
ain't never heard that before.
no, but you know what I'm saying is with all of this, right? Is that like, and just to pivot back to Microsoft gaming and everything, that this is what Microsoft knows is this environment, right? So it seems like Microsoft has never been a hardware company, and that's why they've shown over and over again that they make silly mistakes when they have to make hardwares of their choice.
Well,
so,
you can't say that. You can't say they're not a hardware company.
They're predominantly a software company.
They turned into a predominantly because we had this.
They were predominantly software from the beginning because Windows was always
right. But you can't say they're not a hardware company when they've been making hardware now for over 20 fucking years.
This is a I was gonna buy another mouse, so I was doing some cleanup in my house, some spring cleaning. I said, "Oh shit, I got this mouse. This shit got a red dot, as you see. This is a Microsoft mouse."
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, Microsoft had that. I remember Microsoft had that split keyboard.
Yes,
the ergonomic keyboard. It was really good.
They do a little bit of both, but they focus more on software.
Still.
They still make that.
I have one. No, they really do have some of the nicest, cheapest ergonomic keyboards you can get, surprisingly.
And I used to love their Arc mouse. Remember, there was this one mouse that would fold in half, and then you'd unfold it, and you'd like take it and use it. And it was really good. But what I'm saying is like, but what they're comfortable with is being primarily a software company.
Yeah.
You know, they don't like putting their Yeah. So I think this is
I
going to
don't-
work out.
I don't know so much that it's what they're more comfortable with. It's just it's what's easier and it's what historically has
it's
been
not
more
easy.
financially stable and beneficial for them.
But it's not easy, bro, because they would have been had a unified system.
I'm not saying it's easy. I'm saying that it's been easier than trying to make brand new to R&D hardware, make new hardware, enter into areas where hardware has already existed and try to
Right.
take like a
Right.
good chunk of it. Like they've
That's not
struggled
bad.
with that. Even when, in my opinion, I think they've made hardware that I found to be superior to what else was on the
Superior,
market.
right,
They
right.
found issues just getting that hold. So that's why I think they go back to software. It's what they know.
You listen, the Xbox
always done.
One, the OG, let me say, it was superior to anything the PlayStation 2 and 1 did.
But it was hemorrhaging money. That's why they cut the generation
but
short.
they had remember, it was an introduction level and it was making a 360. It just was a placeholder.
Yeah, it lasted what, all of 4 years at best, I think.
5.1 system when nobody had no shit like that. I remember in Game Fan magazine, the president at PlayStation at the time, he said, if they come out with a system you could communicate, play online, I'll eat my underwears. I'm like, somebody get this motherfucker some A1 space sauce. That's what he said. He said that shit in game. And they didn't understand the online side of it, but Microsoft had a vision. Remember, they
Things has more fiber.
They forced everybody to do the RJ45 cable, which everybody calls Ethernet today.
Right.
They forced that shit. And said,
yeah, because they were the first one to do only broadband. They didn't have a dial-up option.
Right, no dial-up option. Microsoft, this is what they do. So sometimes when you the innovators, I remember my boy when he got a PS3 and you was able to do party chats and all that. I said, motherfucker, all you got is an Xbox 360. We been had that. Oh, excuse me, PS4. I said, we been had that. He was like, what? I said, yeah, you could talk across games. You could be playing Madden. He could be playing Call of Duty. You can go in there, 16 people. That was new for PlayStation people.
I used to love the fact that you could download songs off of like your Zune or something.
Remember
and
that?
play it in the background. Oh my god, that was like unheard of. Like you'd be playing Project Gotham races, and you'd have like Hot Boys on the background. Oh shit, that was like you thought that was.
They was ahead of their time.
Bro,
but you know what? A lot of things they don't get credit for.
How many hours you played the fucking Project Gotham Racing, fucking the Linkin Park Meteor album, fucking playing on fucking loop.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Microsoft was ahead, man. And this is why I said we live in an age where we have to. People don't understand if you're not our age, right? And people go, "Oh, y'all old, motherfucker." You don't have our experience in gaming.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know how it started, but you don't even understand where it's going.
No,
you know
this generation. I tell my kids this: you grew up in gaming.
Yep.
For us, gaming grew up with us.
Yes.
And therein lies the rub.
We are the reason gaming exists today.
Facts. Facts. We are the reason. I say that all the time. We are the reason you motherfuckers can play Fortnite, motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Fortnite for introducing that crossplay by mistake.
And rightly, to me, okay, and this is going to be a huge pushback. Like back in the day when games were more predominantly physical, I could understand. But these days and times when all games is a bunch of 1s and 0 codes being downloaded to you, right now, to me, the holy grail, the perfect situation would be a device that, okay, I have a PlayStation app or launcher, I have a Nintendo launcher, Xbox launcher, and I can play anything on any device that I want to play. I don't have to sit there and say, fuck, now I got to get a PlayStation.
Yep.
Oh, fuck, I got to get a Nintendo. Oh, fuck, I got to get an Xbox. I can just say, okay, fuck it, I can play it. And it's easy. And it's like, it gives me the same console experience where I just go in, it sort of does all the heavy lifting for me. That is the holy grail to me.
Let me say this to you, Wize. On my job, no electronics are allowed.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, you're driving a bus, you don't.
Right. You can't really be on cell phones, Bluetooth, Apple Watches.
You better not be. Shit, I was scared as hell to be on your bus if you did that. Shit.
I'm not a portable game player since Game Gear, but I'm gonna tell you why I bought the Asus ROG Ally. When they announced native, I was gonna get that 1X player, but that shit was like $1,500. I'm like, I'm not buying a portable. That's the price of a fucking laptop.
It's 3 times the price of a console is mimicking.
Right. I said, no. So I'm not a portable gamer. I always say that. I'm like, fuck that. I'm a console.
What about that device? Did you look into that device that was it was the Xbox. It was the first handheld that the Xbox was actually touting. It was but it only did like was that remote play. What was that console?
Ouya?
The handheld. Huh?
Ouya? Not Ouya.
No, it was a handheld that did Xbox, but it was only remote play.
Somebody got to look that up in the chat to help us out. But I'm gonna say this: when the Steam Deck came out, I was like, "Yo, I'm on that." And then when they said, "Oh, nope, no native stores besides Steam," I said, "Nah, fuck that," because I own a library of games with these other stores. So when the Asus ROG Ally was named and the Z1 Extreme, I was like, "Yo, I'm gonna get that because you could play everything native." I knew the future was bright. And people on PC don't have any dedication.
Thank you, Yobi. It was G Cloud. Yeah, that's what.
G Cloud. Yeah. Damn. Yeah. Thank you, Yobi. And it's like, I see, I can have all these stores because I've been a PC gamer a long time, but I don't game on PC, right? Mm-hmm. I've played Rainbow Six day one on PC, Ghost Recon. And when they brought it to Xbox One is how I formed the One-Away Dragons, because that's how my clan was formed 21 years ago. But when I bought the ROG Ally and it said native, and then when I went into it, they had Steam Store, Epic Store, all these stores that you could do native. I see, this is different. That's what got me involved. And then, with the Game Pass stuff, I see, I'm primarily an Xbox guy, not because of Microsoft, because I play online all day and they mastered that shit. So like I said, many shows, and I'll keep regurgitating it. I want Sony to give us the same type of experience so I could play my God of Wars, so I could play Returnal, which I love, which most people didn't buy when it came out.
This is the thing that doesn't make sense to me, Nova, as well. Nova and Cozy as well. If everyone is so PlayStation always complains about, or Xbox also always complains that the hardware is not making money, or is it breaking even at best, or maybe making $50 profit or something like that. But if you're getting an avenue where somebody else is willing to make the hardware for you and take away that cost, and you can just make an app that's a launcher that runs on their hardware. And so basically all the games that are being bought on that launcher is straight profit that you don't have to subsidize because you don't have the hardware because it costs to pay. Why are you complaining about that?
But but hold on. You said they're complaining. You didn't see Microsoft complain about anything.
Yeah,
you see
PlayStation.
No, you see outlets, media outlets say something. You don't never see Microsoft saying, "Oh, we want you to do it." Microsoft don't even care no more.
Yeah, you can't have a company. This is not even a console war, because a war involves two people. They're not even in the fight anymore. They're like, fuck it.
But remember when Phil Spencer said PlayStation is not our competition?
Mm-hmm. Oh, there was a pushback for that shit too. Remember?
No, but don't make sense, because the reason, first of all, do you remember? And I was there. Do you remember when Phil walked out there with the president of Sony and the president of PlayStation? And
it was Phil Spencer, Reggie Fils-Aimé, and Sean Layden.
Yes, and you know what? You know what? Nintendo and Sony. This is some inside shit, because I know what I'm talking about because I was involved in those party chats. They brought them out because Google have bottomless pit pockets. They got money. They try to come in there with Stadia, do the cloud gaming, but Sony and Nintendo said, "Oh, we can't compete with them financially." They needed Microsoft to make a move to shut their asses down because they couldn't financially compete with that company.
No, and don't forget, not only Google was looking into it, but also Amazon.
No, but Amazon wasn't a threat because they didn't make a move.
Mm-hmm.
Google made a move with Stadia.
Oh yeah, they made a huge move.
They
with
made
that
a
huge
huge
ad
move.
campaign and shit.
And then
Yeah.
Microsoft said, you know what? Fuck that. We're gonna take something away from you can't get. And they bought ZeniMax. That's what made Google say, oh, we can't win. And they immediately threw Stadia to the curb. But you notice, I said, you got to pay attention to what's going on. Console manufacturers want to stay in a console space. Sony is a console dominant company. Dominant. That is the most prosperous
Bread and butter.
financial. Right. That's their shit. But
Their music division.
Right. Everything else is trash. When I had a PlayStation 3, I also had that same Blu-ray player that was $1,200 from PlayStation. I'm the minority. I don't give a fuck. I buy a hard disk till today. I got a $16,000 surround sound system. I'm the minority. But Sony couldn't compete with Google financially. They needed Microsoft because Microsoft got the money to say, man, fuck out of here. We got the same money you do times 2. They needed them. That's why Phil said, oh no, Sony and Nintendo is not our competition. Because they was worried about what is Google doing to compete in the same gaming space. And they made Google tap out from one purchase. Oh, we out. We can't get Bethesda's game down. You can't, motherfucker. You can't. And they brought nothing new to the table. Oh, you can get Destiny. You can get this. We like, motherfucker, we got that already on console. Even with New World, with Amazon. I said, oh, shit, Amazon is a fucking Walmart. Not a Walmart. What's the other shit? What's the other big mega store that can't come in Brooklyn? Oh, in 5 boroughs. No, not Costco.
Target.
No. What's the other one?
No, that's not big though.
No. What's the biggest one that does the big areas in like your area?
There's Costco and Sam's.
No, not Sam's. What's the other one, man? Damn. I can't think of their fucking name, but it's
Store
right
like
on
Walmart?
It's like Walmart.
Dollar General?
Buc-ee's?
Is it Walmart?
No, Walmart is the most dominant.
No. It's Walmart. Sorry. Thank you, Cozy. It's Walmart, right? It's like the mom and pop stores in Brooklyn, right? Or New York City.
Right.
They don't allow Walmart in there because Walmart gets everything on credit. And they pay back the third parties and the manufacturers off of what they sell.
And also, Walmart will go into a business, go into an area, lower their prices to barely any margins, put the other locals out of business, and then raise the prices back up.
This is why in New York City, the most populated city in every fucking state, we got 5 boroughs. There's no Walmart in the 5 boroughs. They outside in Long Island, upstate New York. They do not allow them in here because they get TVs, microwaves, refrigerators on credit, and they'll flood their store with a bunch of shit. But the manufacturers who made the products can't earn a profit until they sell that TV, until they sell that refrigerator.
So here's the reason I brought this topic. But here's the reason I brought this topic up. I was talking to my broker this week.
You got a broker?
Yeah, I got several. I got a couple of brokers actually. But
do he sell camel dung? Oh shit!
He sell what? Camel
dung.
No, he's about as redneck as KY. So
oh shit!
Yeah, but I know who I need to have in Alabama managing my money. I can't have another colored person managing a colored person's money.
To Alabama?
Don't ask me. Ask my dad.
Oh.
Yeah.
Your dad doesn't love
you. How in
the
fuck you go from Mumbai, India to Montgomery, Alabama? I don't know. Yeah. But no. All jokes aside. So like we were talking and he said, look, the logic is this. Xbox has always been a rounding error for Microsoft. People are not going to like this fact, but it's always been a rounding error. If Xbox totally failed and they lost every bit of money that they initially had invested in Xbox, they lost. It was a red. It would still only amount to what amounts to be a rounding error. Now, that being said, when they had this Activision, the Bethesda purchase and Activision purchase back to back, essentially, right?
Hold on, don't forget about the Mojang.
Yeah. So you go 2, then 3, then 70. That's $75 billion that you've
I
invested.
thought ZeniMax was like $8 billion.
Was it 8?
7.6.
So let's just say between 75 and 80 billion dollars for three
Right.
things, right? And that doesn't even include the small developers that they bought, like Compulsion and all of that, right?
Playground and all them, yeah.
Yeah. So now you're no longer a rounding error. So, but this is why Microsoft bought them. Microsoft didn't buy them to save Xbox. Microsoft is a software company. They want to make profit off of software.
Yes.
And so how do you now? So they got a gaming division. They use Xbox to buy these things because it will, through gaming. But Xbox will always be a rounding error. So now what they're going to do is they're going to take those softwares, make them into Microsoft Gaming. That's why Phil is the head of Microsoft Gaming.
Yeah.
And Xbox itself is just going to be the hardware with, like, the Xbox itself will be the app, but then they'll have like a hardware division that will still be a rounding error. So they'll make the money, they'll take the profit, it'll go into the major corporations' coffers, and they can keep the Xbox division as its rounding error, so they don't have to worry about whether the hardware is making a profit or not.
Shout out to Yobi in the chat, man. Shout out to
Yobi.
Okay.
But I'm gonna say this. When it's like, listen, none of us, I'm not an accountant, right? But I know Microsoft know how to make money. When they first announced all this third-party shit and all this other shit, I was like, yo, I'm older, like we all are. I'm used to the console war, fake war. I'm used to, I'm used to things being on specific platforms. That's why I buy multiple consoles. Always did.
Okay, dinosaur.
No, but I'm not. But you know why I'm not a dinosaur, sis?
What?
Because I don't care where the games go. Me with the Asus Rock, I open my eyes and say, you know what? Fuck that. Game Pass PC. I'm an ultimate guy on Game Pass. I got Game Pass PC. I could take Indiana Jones and I could play at work for my 3 hour. I got a 3-hour lunch. I'm a senior dude. I got senior time. I could play this game and then go home and pick up where I left off. We ain't never had that.
So what you're saying now is, as you're getting older and wiser,
right.
Convenience means more to you than the plastic on which you are playing.
Than a platform.
Right.
I've never been platform loyal. I think the only reason I ended up buying stuff on under Microsoft Store in the first place was Cuphead. Play anywhere.
I think, and you say play anywhere, Cozy. I think they, instead of just making Game Pass the big thing, they should have made Play Anywhere a big thing, because that's still huge.
But they just did. I told you they put out a big 1,000 plus games. So I went through the list like, what the fuck? 1,000 plus? I didn't even know it was there.
I was the same way. Like, when did that happen?
Right.
Exactly.
I'll be buying like Play Anywhere, buy.
Right. And that's what I said, yo, 1,000? So I went through the games. I said, yo, I own that. I own Mortal Kombat 11. I'm like, what? Play Anywhere? That is a new move. But you know what? They are the innovators of the business. But I want Sony to look at that. Because like I said, you always like you always say, Lemon always showing his collectibles but I pride myself in buying first party shit. Right? I don't have Spider-Man 1 or 2, God of War, none of that on PC because of saves. That's why shout out to Paris Vicious, who came to my chat the other day. He said, Lemon, they're gonna do cloud saves and it's gonna be general, but they want to make you double dip. I'm not buying God of War Ragnarok. I'm not buying God of War 2018 again on PC. I don't want to double dip. But I do want to take those games with me. I want to play Spider-Man 1 and 2 on the go. But I don't want to pay for it and then all my saves don't cross over. That's all I want Sony to do. And, when I bought the VR from day one, my friends, yo, you stupid. You shouldn't have bought it. I love VR, bro. I love VR. But I would like my library to come with me. I don't want to have to buy everything. That's why when the PSVR headset, which is definitely phenomenal, and they brought it to PC, I said, shit, okay, I bought all the connection, the Bluetooth shit, the dongle, I bought all that. And then I said, let me see what I got. I said, oh shit, I gotta fucking rebuy everything from Sony. I want Sony to get on board too. They gotta catch up. They gotta catch up. And Microsoft is trying to bring everything to fruition. Like, you ain't gotta do that.
But I think so like when this deal was happening I didn't really think about all this until the Activision purchase because of the size of the purchase. So when they first bought the developers, I thought, okay, fine, whatever. Then when they paid what they paid for Bethesda, as a gamer, I was like, okay, they're doing it for Xbox, right?
Not Bethesda, ZeniMax.
Well, ZeniMax, they bought it for Xbox to, make their brand bigger, whatever, right? Then they bought Activision, which essentially is like back to back in business terms.
Yeah, facts.
And you're going up. You're going for 2 to 8, now 70. Now, and I kept thinking from an investment standpoint, this doesn't make any sense to me. Why have you invested $80 billion into a division that up to now has only been inconsequential to you?
But okay, let me sum this up. Call of Duty is the biggest first-person shooter game in history. It's never outsold Halo on an Xbox platform. But guess what? It brings PlayStation people into the mix. It brings Shadow Play into the mix. Nintendo is going to be part of that this generation. It is a universal entity.
It's a juggernaut.
It's a juggernaut. And when they kept saying, I kept saying Jim Ryan's bugging. They're not going to make that exclusive because financially, it doesn't make sense.
Nope.
That's the thing, right? I agree, Cozy. You were saying it doesn't make sense for it to be exclusive.
The reason.
Then my point is, then my thinking was, okay, so if you're paying $70 billion to get this game and you're not going to make it exclusive, then that means this purchase and probably all of the purchases before then really weren't there for just Xbox. I mean, Xbox is going to benefit from it, but it's not something that they did that Satya said, okay, here's $80 billion. Go buy these things. So you're inconsequential
They're
brand.
building their portfolio for a future that is platform agnostic.
Yes.
Right.
And let me say this. Let's go to the first one. They bought Minecraft for $1 billion. People say, yo.
Was it 2? I thought it was $2 billion.
Oh, $2 billion. Excuse me. $2 billion. They crazy. They never took it off fucking Nintendo. They never took it off fucking PlayStation.
It's now a platform in and of itself.
Yes.
It's not even a game anymore.
And
it's almost like it's basically another another Fortnite level.
Yes,
thing.
they made that money 4 times over.
Right.
But when you start eating and you see progress, right? When you're a company that invests and they're on a different level, when you see, oh shit, it's winning on PlayStation, Nintendo, and Xbox and PC, we need to make more investments. Because remember when they made that investments, we open to buy anybody. So remember, ZeniMax, they got it at a bargain. They also got Activision, which was worth $120 billion. They got it for 76, 77. Oh, we're going to take that.
Yeah, because of course that was after the whole shit show that was the Blizzard and Kotick situation.
You already know, right. What I'm saying is, so you get that at a bargain. Only company that had that money was fucking Microsoft in the gaming space. You got other companies that do oil and everything else. But
I think if Stadia was a little bit more fruitful for Google, then Google would have stepped up to the plate.
I think the problem is Google operates like very much. They have that it's very own brand for Google to come out with something and be like, yeah, this is cool, and then shut it down in like 2 or 3 years.
But Google has a lot of fails. It's like my boy 100 said. He said, "Yo, they bought many things and just shut the fucking such."
Yeah, they don't. They aren't willing to wait something out.
Nah,
They just immediately. So like me, I as someone who's like bought into like a lot of Google stuff that they shut down, I was like, you know what? If the Stadia lasts 5 years, I'll buy in. And guess what?
Yo, look, it's like Luna, right? I beta tested that. I beta tested Stadia. I said, nah, this ain't it, because streaming games is not an elimination situation for a console. I said that's not gonna work.
And
That's
see,
not
the
gonna work.
problem that I'm having is people keep saying, "Oh, gaming is bigger than it is. It's a $9 billion industry." Blah blah blah. Yeah, you're right, but that $9 billion are games like Candy Crush and Farmville.
The biggest plus was King. The biggest plus was King.
Right.
Wasn't
You're
Duty.
not making. I don't care how many God of Wars you're going to sell. You're not making $9 billion off of
you're
God
not.
of War.
You're right. You're right.
I mean,
And that is why Sony wanted a live service game that stuck.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous that they didn't just try it with Twisted Metal. That game could have sold skins. It lends itself perfectly to being a battle royale.
Yeah, but you see what I'm talking about.
Every situation don't gotta be $1 billion situation, right?
But no, but like, people were sitting here when the whole ABK thing was even announced. People were like, "Oh yeah, COD is going to be exclusive." I'm like, dude,
no, it's not. No,
pause. Why in God's name would you make a multi-billion-dollar franchise, hamstring it to 50 million consoles, and then expect that same ROI? Because you're not getting getting that type of ROI on 50.
Yeah, not even just that. When they're making the purchase of what do you call it, Activision, Blizzard, all that, they're taking into account all the money that all the IPs and all the properties and all the games make. You're not going to take that, make the purchase, and then immediately fucking cut out 70% of what one of the IPs was making. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
And that's why I blame Jim Ryan. At the end of the whole ABK deal, he said we wasn't worried about them taking Call of Duty off the system. But motherfucker, that was your whole fucking premise.
Bro, he cried like a little bitch about that.
Yes, shit. but he said we didn't think they was going to do that. So you went through the CMA shit,
Good night.
the whole FTC shit, and you pretended to like, oh, they're going to take it from us. No, they won't, because they're going to milk you like a cow. And that's what Microsoft is known for. Software domination. We've seen them dominate to a point where Apple said, you know what? We're going to build PCs where we could put Windows 10 on it. Windows 10. Not 11, 10. And then Microsoft won. We're going to take Microsoft Office, put it on Android, put it on iPhones, and put it on iOS.
And this is also, Yobi chimes in with a really good point. Dragon, here's the thing, though. With streaming games only, the ISPs still have data throttling and data caps. Until those things are abolished, we won't ever see the holy grail of streaming.
So I think this is something you have to speak from personally, from where you live and your situation. A lot of people do not have cap.
Right.
There's no cap in this area at all.
No, on Wi-Fi, I don't have cap, but on 5G, you do.
I don't.
I don't have caps. There's no caps on
5G.
anything here because the biggest providers don't have caps.
Our country caps our internet because Japanese internet speeds way faster.
Shit, you go to Dubai, they give you a fucking SIM card on the airport. They're like, you can't use your phone unless you put in your SIM card there. I'm like,
but Japan is an island. We got 5 times a population. They could do that. We cannot. Even in the UK. UK is not a big area. It's very small.
Yeah.
Very small. They're not United States. We got 50 states with 50,000 different laws.
Story of
it's not the same.
A Japanese soldier after the war was done. He came to America and visited America. And he crossed California and part of Nevada. And he said, if we back home in Japan knew or had any idea of just how fucking big the United States is, we never would have attacked Pearl Harbor.
Europe. Yeah, no, that's a fact. That's a fact. No. Thank you, bro. Because Europe could fit inside of the United States 10 times. 10 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So listen, Supernumber's right. But you know what I like about all this shit? It gives us content and it brings a great show and a great conversation. That's what matters.
Yeah. I have fiber and total data. is 1 terabyte. I was using NVIDIA streaming a few years ago for 1 month. I ran my gigs up to 999 gigabytes. I was 1 gig away from using 1 terabyte of data. In fucking insane. I was blown away. Yeah, I don't have data caps.
I don't have data caps either.
But no, I have 5G get data caps. Like I'm AT&T wireless.
You want to hear something about
throttle
Shadow
it
Play?
down though. They don't
Shadow
really-
Play. I showed you my fucking what you call that shit? NVIDIA Shield portable.
Yeah.
You know what made me stop beta testing it? Because once you got to like 10 gigs, every gig after that was $10 a month.
You're fucking kidding me, really?
No, yeah, their pricing was crazy.
That's not the case anymore, right?
No, not the case anymore. But when they first started and I was beta testing, first of all, I paid. I never paid to be a beta tester in anything. They made you pay to be a beta tester. And they said, if you reach this cap, every gig you go over is $10. And I said, what the fuck? So if I do 30 gigs over the cap, that's $30 on top of what you already charging. That's why I say, yo, listen, when people say, oh, Xbox is all over the place, I said, but what they don't do is they're making NVIDIA Shadow Play where you don't have to pay those caps. And you play the same games. But who the fuck won't pay 1 gig at $10?
Yeah, the amount of money we pay in this country for data is just absurd.
Yes,
It's absurd.
Yes.
And it's like,
And
they're
Shadow
not-
Play was the worst.
I mean, like, but it's not like these companies are doing anything. And it's like, it doesn't make any.
Nope.
It is an artificial barrier constructed by these corporations because they can. You know, basically that's all it is.
Talk your shit.
But yeah.
Anyway, I'm done.
Yeah, but anyway, we're all done because it is officially 10 o'clock almost. Shit. So let me go ahead with the remaining panelists.
Can't cap here either.
Huh?
AT&T can't cap here because basically the leading provider doesn't cap, so no one else can cap.
Sounds like cap to me.
Well, the only thing, our wireless doesn't have anything, but
yeah, we have no cap at all because the leading provider doesn't. So some companies with that cap in other areas don't cap here because they will just lose sales.
Yeah.
Facts.
All right, let me go to you first, Cozy. Tell us where we can find you, darling.
You can find me rubbing one out in your mom's ashes.
You can rub one out? I did not know that. I did take you for one like that.
Listen, you can find her stripping in my club. That
she already gave you a private show.
I'm kind of a 5-star stripper joint, not a 2-star.
She gave you a private show, and you're not even in the champagne room. She didn't even charge you for it.
I loved it. I'm gonna bite that booty when I go to Cleveland.
Oh,
Thanks. I'm gonna bite it.
All right, tell us where you can find you, darling.
You can find me right now just here and on TSWS wool sitting. I have been busy as a human, but once I'm less busy, I'll make
semester must be winding up, right?
Because I'm gonna tell you what my bird told me earlier today. Don't leave. Go ahead. Finish your outro.
Who? She didn't.
You're Cozy. Don't leave. She didn't leave.
I'm not. I'm here.
Okay, so you done?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. We were like, what the fuck? We were like waiting. All right, now tell us where we can find you, sir.
YouTube at Supernova Gaming. I haven't made anything since like December, but like I said, I'm moving. Once I'm in the new house and settled, I'm going to be trying to make content more regularly.
Are the bitches coming with you?
Hopefully, we need you. We need you, bro.
The booty's coming with, bro. You think the booty's ain't coming? They saved on my desktop. But no, so yeah, I'll be making more content there more regularly, and then every Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern for Wasted with Wize. Oh, and then on X at Yo, it's Nova.
Yeah.
And last and definitely not least, Lemon. Tell us where we can find you, sir.
Man, you can find me here every Friday, man. And first of all, let me say this to the chat. You've been absolutely amazing. The interaction is crazy. Yo, Wize, the best part of this podcast is you invite me here, motherfucker. I appreciate you, bro. You know I love you all day. You can find me on 108 Dragons TV. You can find me on Iron Lords. Shout out to King David trying to get me to go to Japan. Anyway, Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Shout out to my birthday weekend warriors celebrating my B-Day, man. Thanks for having me, Wize. I definitely support you, bro.
Thank you.
You're an amazing, amazing host, and I want more people to see the work you bring to this table. And everybody on this panel, because we definitely give you honest opinions, no narratives, no nothing. That's all I gotta say. You heard?
Yeah. We're the realest podcast on TV. If you on YouTube, I think we don't have any agenda. We're just a bunch of normal people with jobs and lives outside of gaming who come in every Friday and share our week's happenings together as for best friends and brothers and sisters. And we talk about everything under the sun, and most of it usually centers around gaming. Most of it, usually. So,
unless we're talking about fluffers.
Yeah, or fluff. You know?
Wow.
You know what?
Motherfucker.
Y'all are
This
some
motherfucker.
ferals.
No, he is terrible. Let's fucking sum it
listen, first of all, I didn't know that he didn't know what
You're
it
a
was. First
individual.
Second of all, when he said I almost spit my fucking drink out.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Dude, I almost turned red in the face. I couldn't stop. I had to literally walk away from the
I was taking a sip of my drink, and he asked me, he's like, "Loke, you know what a fluffer is?" I was taking a sip of my drink, and Loke goes, "No," and I was like,
Yo, Cozy, Loke said I'd rather fluff somebody than I said, yo, no, bro, no.
Because he was listing all these things that he would rather do than playing the
And
game.
you didn't know what it was, and he said he'd rather do it?
Yeah, he's like, I would rather do
Cocaine's
this
a hell
than
of a
play the
drug.
game, and I'd rather do that. And I was like, you'd rather be a fluffer. And he goes, yes, Nova. He goes, I would rather be a fluffer. And then
You lying to
Lemon's like, no, wait, hold up, bro.
Right,
I know you
right.
don't know what that means.
I mean, but let's be honest. Maybe he would.
Hey, man, whatever he wants to do, whatever he wants to do is what he wants.
What he does in Mozambique on his own time is his business. Apparently now that
no shame in people's kink. Don't be kink shaming, motherfucker.
Look, as he said earlier before he left, USAID stopped. They're almost in riots. He's got to put food on the table. This
supposed to be playing whoop that trick, motherfucker. No,
I thought his
not
pip
doing-
hand was strong. I didn't know it was weak.
Yeah.
Man, my Loke knows I'm joking with him. Loke, as always, he's
that dude.
was there. He's
Love
on
that dude.
TSWS, Bull Sinton with Ham Solo and Cozy, and Behind Them Sticks. I noticed Ham Solo does that as well. There's a couple other shows he does throughout the week, but yeah, he's
my brother,
he's
man.
an asset. He's a brother. He is the OG. So yeah,
a brother.
No, he's not an OG, but he's a G.
I heard an R, Cozy.
I know. I heard him hard R-ing when he said that.
brother.
Cozy, you don't know about nothing but hard but lemon. That's why you.
I do want to thank everybody else who showed up. KY Bob, Sir X-Men. Cerebral said that he had other plans, but he will be back on next weekend. Yeah. So anyhow, we were supposed to have Slow-Mo, but Slow-Mo is his kid's birthday. Happy birthday from all of us here at Wasted to your little one. Yeah. And well, hopefully we can catch you next week. And before we leave, we all have to say happy birthday to my man Lemon here. So on the count of 3, we're gonna sing happy birthday. Uno.
I ain't singing shit, bro.
Those.
Happy birthday, homie.
Trace. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, Cozy.
Happy birthday to you.
You showed that booty.
Happy
Thank you.
birthday, dear Lemon.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to you.
Nah, that is not how he wanted it, Cozy.
birthday
He wanted your he wanted your best Marilyn May.
Happy birthday to you.
Nah, he didn't want that either. He wanted
he wanted Cozy to pop out the cake.
No,
Yo,
yeah,
she
he
did,
wanted.
she did,
He
she
wanted
did.
it
She
sung
gave me a-
like.
she gave me a virtual lap dance.
Birthday to
Remember that scene in Under Siege where that bitch popped out the cake?
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, buddy.
Steven Seagal status. Let's go. Thank you, Cozy.
But if Cozy would jump out with that butt, then the whole cake would be a wreck, and he wouldn't be able to eat
If she
anything.
jump
besides
up
the
with
butt.
that butt, she gonna get pregnant. Ooh.
All right. So yeah, that is our show for tonight. So
Love you,
yeah,
Cozy.
you can catch us here every Friday with these same old crazy antics at 6 p.m. Eastern. And my name, as always, is the Wise Old Gamer, the man who brings the fun and dysfunctional. You can find me anytime on PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo and X, and Blue Sky at Wise Old Gamer with a Z.
But
So
hold
yeah,
on. He also does a small penis.
only when it's hard is a small penis. Otherwise, it might even be a clit, but we don't know yet. All
Love
right,
you, bro. Thank you. Appreciate you, everybody that pulled up, man.
guys, y'all have a great night.
Yeah.
And as we always say on our outros, you've not been anywhere till you first been wasted with Wize. Have a great night, everybody, and have fun playing your games. And if you're in the South, stay safe tomorrow because it's about to be pretty bad down here.
Yeah, it's about to be different. You
have a great one. We'll see y'all next week if the creeks don't rise, which apparently on Saturday they are. So there we go.